Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Week 4 and welcome to the PUCL. I am Wolf Remus, and with me tonight I have got SPV.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again.
Feels like it's been forever since we last streamed, since last Saturday anyway. And if you look on the stream now, you can see we've got some nice, shiny new logos, which, courtesy of Mr. SPV, I think they are quite fitting. I like them anyway. I love them. They're very, I must admit, you've done a cracking job on these logos. Anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of your regulars here now. We are into our 4th week of streaming, almost halfway through this league. Obviously, next week will be our halfway point. Some exciting games coming tonight, though.
Absolutely. So, what games have we got to look forward to, Mr. Green?
Well, first game for tonight is PUCL Gameweek versus Past Primeapes. And
second game on our bill, we have got PUCL versus ODD Esports. That is going to be a sub game.
It's going to be a big game, that is. ODD currently undefeated in the league and not dropped a single point yet. X-Tac Blissey have got a big job on their hands to stop them from running away. And then coming in last but not least is Kimako Esports versus Goldux for our last game tonight. Some very, very good matches coming up tonight, not to be missed. Turn you up. How about
Turn
now?
me up.
Can you hear him now?
Hello, hello, hello.
Chloride, can you hear
Hello.
SPV now? You should be able to hear him nice and clear.
You should be able to hear my beautiful voice.
Which is the reason why you come here. You don't come here to hear me. You come here to hear SPV. But yeah,
Exactly.
they're the games for tonight, guys. Be interesting to see what games you are looking forward to the most. So please, in the comments, in the chat, give us a shout out for your team that you are supporting tonight and the games that you actually want to look forward to. And speaking of games, let's look at the league. So this is us coming into week 4. As you can see, ODD on a 9-0. They have not lost a single round yet. Impressive work from ODD.
Absolutely. And as we go to their opponents tonight, PUCL obviously boasting a 7-2 win to loss ratio, scoring lots of goals. Just a couple of moments where they've let themselves down a bit, but on the whole, once again, another very, very strong team.
Oh, rightly so. And actually, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we are going to be actually speaking with the X-Tac Blissey captain, and we'll get to know more about their previous matches. And in third place, we have got Past Primates, who have had a very unfortunate past couple of games. They started with the league very strong, and then hit some tough opponents come week 2 and 3. However, tonight's the night where they could potentially bring back some of those points and keep themselves in the top third. Everything's to play for Past Primates, as they're on a 4-5 win-loss ratio. Turn you up? Again? Try it now.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bring back SPV. Yes, all right, Dolly. We know you like SPV. I mean, to be fair, you only need to hear me, Orton. You don't need to hear anyone else. Speak now. You can do the 4th one. Go on, SPV. Do the 4th one.
So, 4th, we have Kimako Esports. Now they are on the headline bout tonight against Goldux. Kimako have been playing really well. I think they've just got really unlucky in a couple of games they've played. Really good team in terms of synergy and things like that. It's just a couple of little things that let them down. But I'm sure they'll be wanting to make the most of their 3-game set with Goldux.
Yeah, Kimako got a lot to prove tonight. They gave a good talk when we interviewed their captain, Iron, on game week 3. And obviously X-Tac Blissey being one of their closest rivals and well known against each other. So it was unfortunate that they were unable to gain a victory against them. So against Goldux, they've got some work to do. And in 5th place, holding on barely, is PUCL Gameweek. PUCL Gameweek had a very unfortunate game last week. They got a DQ in round 2, which Golducks took advantage of when won round 3, which gave Golducks the win overall. They are in the lead literally by 600 goals. That is all that's in it between PUCL Polymath and Golducks.
And sitting last, but hopefully they'll be wanting to change that, is Golducks, obviously coming against a really difficult team in Kimako Esports. But they have so much to prove. They've got a really big chip on the shoulder. They're really, really wanting to get something out of this game, and I'm sure we will see maybe a couple of moments where Golducks could potentially score some points on the league.
Absolutely. Both teams have got a lot to do tonight. Kimako are definitely going to want to improve after last week's game, so they're not going to be going down lightly. And Golducks, they're going to want to get off that bottom place. They've been there since the beginning of the league, so for them, they're going to be pushing forward to get in at least a round or two victory, so they can get above PUCL Polymath. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how both teams come out tonight and try and claim that victory.
Absolutely.
Now, we have come to the new segment of our stream, which we started last week, which is the captain's interview. I believe we have got Loxy, which is a captain for X-Tac Blissey, on standby. I'll confirm that with SP.
I'll go and get him ready. One second.
So yeah, just one for the chat tonight. Please ask any questions for X-Tac Blissey. If you've got any questions you want to ask them, whether that's you want to know more about the team, please feel free to do so, because take this opportunity to ask, because we're going to ask some questions, but maybe there's something that we don't ask that you want to know. And we're just going to get ready now. I don't think we're that far away. I think I'm going to get dragged in a minute. He says, he hopes. Question mark. No? Well, while waiting for Sam, my game for tonight, I'm looking forward to the X-Tac Blissey and ODD game. That's my game I'm looking forward to. I want Lox to answer who is the cutest member. You know what, Orton? I'll ask that question. You know what? I won't ask it first, but I'll definitely ask it. But going back to saying, the X-Tac Blissey and ODD game for me is definitely going to be my highlight and the one I'm looking forward to. And it's going to be interesting. I think that'll be probably the most exciting for myself. I don't know about you guys, but definitely for me. And I believe that is us now ready for X-Tac Blissey's captain, Loxy. Hello, Loxy. How are we doing?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Thank you for taking the time out of your training schedule and preparation to come talk to us. I know you've got a big game coming up, so thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no, pleasure, honestly.
Thank you. We've got a few questions to ask you, just a few things that we want to ask, and obviously some that the chat want to ask as well. I'll ask the chat question after we've spoken, because there's one question that's burning from one of the chat members here. But starting things up, how has X-Tac Blissey settled into league? How are you finding the league?
I think we're finding the league very enjoyable, and it's especially helping with our progress as a team. And I mean, we obviously want that top spot, but we'll see what happens tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to have you here. It's been a pleasure to have you in the league so far, and yeah, you're very close to getting to that top spot. SPV, what have you got to ask, my friend?
So, in terms of your opponents tonight, obviously being ODD Esports and them sitting on the top spot, you not far behind, how do you fancy your chances tonight against a team like ODD?
I mean, we obviously have to go in quite cautious, because they are a really good team, and we recognise that. But at the same time, we have to be confident in ourselves to be able to bring out the best that we can to perform against them, because as you know, they are a class opposition, and that's not just in the PCL. It's also in the UCS. So yeah, we're really we're looking forward to tonight's match and seeing what learnings we can get from it, especially afterwards. So,
do you think X-Tac Blissey could be the team to stop them in their tracks? They're currently a 9-0. Do you reckon you could be the team to stop that?
I mean, you always want to be able to go and be like, yeah. And to be honest, I think there's an underlying, I don't know, atmosphere in our team thinking, yeah, no, we want to upset them like we do. We obviously recognize that they are a good team, but we definitely think out of all of the teams in the league, I feel like we could possibly get that upset, to be honest. But we'll see.
Absolutely, yeah, and we wish you the best of luck with that tonight. I suppose your team's going to go in confident after last week's win against Kimako, a team well known to you, playing against them in numerous tournaments and competitions. I'm guessing, what was the atmosphere like from the team after getting that win against Kimako last week?
Honestly, it was quite a enjoyable vibe. After the game, we had a bit of fun, obviously, in the chat that you guys saw. And that was definitely one of our highlights. And I mean, we have a good relationship with Kimiko. Like we play with a few of their players quite a lot, like just in general casual play and stuff from time to time. And they're also a team that I think could go really far, and I believe that we can push each other to push further, like ODD is where they are at the moment and stuff like that. So.
Absolutely, it's nice to see that not only are you like on opposite teams, obviously you have that competitive edge against each other. But it's nice to see that you are all friends out of the team environment, which is really nice to see. Especially like in the league, we see it in the chat how the chat is banter, and it's nice to see that all of you seem to get on really well. Actually, to be fair, and there's not the competitive edge doesn't take over, which is nice to see. Anything from you,
So obviously, as we know, we've met Quaggany in your team. He was quite the joker and quite the outspoken person. I was just wondering if any other players were quite similar, that we haven't heard as much of, who, like to have a bit of a joke around, bit of banter, anything like that.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like our team environment is just so good. Like everyone has a joke. It's not just Quag. Quag's just very very open about his feelings, and will branch them out to obviously the chat that we're all in with you guys. And but in terms of in our own sense, I mean, Raf, great sense of humor, but it can be quite serious sometimes. But we need that. And it's the same with the rest of them. When we want to be serious, we're serious, and when we're not, we're having a good time. And at the end of the day, we find that we play better when we're having a good time. So we're all pretty jokey.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a game. So what's the point in playing if you're not having fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's something that I think every team should try and aim for, because at the end of the day, like sometimes things won't go your way. Like UCS yesterday wasn't as good as what we wanted or expected. But it's like we come into today with our heads up, and we'll bring it to ODD. We'll try to.
Brilliant. No, thank you. And we've just got a question here from someone in the chat. Atuton has asked, I want to ask Lox to answer, who is the cutest member on X Attacks Blissey?
Cutest member? Wow.
Yeah, the question's... yeah.
Well, for me personally, I think it'd have to be Nubly, just because the man doesn't say anything. Like, he's dead silent. But then he comes in with these random comments afterwards. When we're playing, like, he's the only person on our team that doesn't speak, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, I'd give him the cutest.
Silent but deadly. I like it. I believe that is everything. SPV, have you got anything from yourself, my friend?
No, I don't. I'm just ready to get into the games. Best of luck in your game against ODD. It's always an honour to watch your team play. Enjoy yourselves out there.
Yeah, Thank you. We definitely will. And we hope to give you guys a game, like in terms of for the viewers and everything like that. So.
No worries. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Loxy. Chat, there's been X-Tac Bliss's captain, Loxy. You go back to your team and get ready for ODD later on tonight. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Goodbye. And ladies and gents, that was X-Tac Bliss's captain, Loxy. Great interview, a nice insight into X-Tac Blissy. Nice to know who the cutest member was. So I do hope that answers your question, Atuton. Because there we go. Silent but cute, apparently. Doesn't say a lot, but comes in with the action. So, let's have a look here. I believe we are moments away from getting ready for our first game. What's your predictions, SPV, for tonight's match?
So, obviously, we have the PUCL Polygraph team. They've shown signs of greatness, obviously pushing X-Tac Blissey to a 2-1 win rather than the 3-0 absolute wipe that they were thinking it was going to be. Obviously, they've played well against a couple of teams. Very unlucky last week with Golducks, especially in that second game. But I think they'll want to regroup here. They've got Fish Dog coming in for the first time. Obviously, we've seen some brilliant things from Sligo. So I think they've got a pretty good chance here. Obviously, they just need to make sure that they don't get overwhelmed by Past Primeapes, who we know are a very intense team and do like to put the pressure on early.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how PUCL Polygraph do, because PUCL Polygraph do seem to be a late game team, and we've seen that over the last 3 weeks where they seem to almost like allow the opposition to be into a false sense of security, and then the last final like 2-3 minutes come out of nowhere and steal it from underneath the opponent's nose, just like how we saw when they played against X-Tac Blissey, I believe it was. I believe they played them and they managed to come away with a 1-round point away from them, and it was the last game right to last minute and they took that away from them. And even the second round, I believe it was also, they could have clenched that and got a victory from it. So we do know that PUCL Polygraph is a late game team.
Absolutely. I think my prediction for this is going to be a bit of a Mystic SPV prediction here. I do think Past Primeapes are going to end up coming out on top of the set, but I do not think it'll be a wipe. I do think it will be a 2-1 win for Past Primeapes.
You know what? I'm not one to go against what Mystic SPV says. However, I am going to go with our very own PUCL Polygraph. I reckon they're going to surprise us. I reckon it's going to be close. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a whitewash, but I think that PUCL Polygraph may, with a late game strategy that they have, I reckon they could do it. And I reckon it could put Past Primates on the back foot and could get a 2-1 victory for themselves.
Yeah, we know, obviously, through talking to PUCL Polygraph that they have regrouped from last week. They've been trying new team comp, things like that. So let's see if it pays off in this game.
Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully, it will do. It's not an easy game by any shape or the matter. Past Primates will not make it easy for them at all. I'm sure PUCL Polygraph won't make it easy for them either. But have you pressed record this week? We always press record, Silgo. Yes, for those who are watching, if you do want to rewatch this, you can do on our Twitch. We do keep the VODs on here, and we do have a YouTube channel that you can rewatch them at a very later date if they do disappear from here. But for you guys and girls watching, who do you think is going to win? Give me your votes. I don't have the poll chat set up yet. But what do you reckon? Just type in the chat, who do you think we're going to go? PUCL Polygraph or Past Primates? We are literally just waiting for Past Primates to join the lobby. And as soon as they do, we will jump into the game. Kiko Iron is saying Past Primates for sure. So they're joining with Mystic SPV for the prediction on there. What about our fangirl Kanto? I'm sure she's watching. Who are you rooting for? Because I've not heard you root for your team yet.
I know, she's been rather quiet, Kanto. She's normally one of the most outspoken viewers
Oh.
for the channel.
100%. And while we do wait for them, we can actually give a quick look on. We can have a look at the stats. So I'm not going to go over them, but we're just going to put on the screen for you there. This is currently Game Week 4's stats. Obviously, they've not played Game Week 4 yet, but this is their current stats. You'll be able to see everything that they have done. You can see they're Sabi with the 28 kills so far. Just put it up there for you to see for PUCL Polygraph. Anyone who stands out from you there, SPV, on PUCL Polygraph team?
It's got to be Sabi. Obviously, he's played every single game that PUCL Polygraph have had so far, but just that damage output, the kills, the assists. He is very versatile as an attacker. Obviously, he likes to get the job done. Again, you've also got Sam, who likes to play as Trevenant, obviously with that damage taken as well. And the healing, still, he's only played 6 rounds, though, so they're good stats for 6 games. So, yeah,
100%,
those are my opinions.
And I know that the teams are now waiting, but what we'll do is we'll quickly just bring up Past Primates, and we'll have a quick butchers on there. And that is Past Primates. Team stats coming into Game Week 4. We don't want to keep it too long because the game is ready to start. Some big numbers on Past Primates, so PUCL Polygraph have got some digging deep to do tonight. So without further ado, I believe we're ready. SPV, can you just confirm if we are ready to rock and roll?
Let's see what everyone says. I'm just going to drag us into the commentators' booth.
Please do, my friend. Drag me with you. Hey, Kanto! She's piped up. Come on, let's go. PUCL Polygraph, yep. Let's get them going. We're just waiting for confirmation from SPV to say we're good to start. I believe I've got the gate go. SPV, are we ready, my friend?
I do believe we are.
Okay. Without further ado, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, round 1 of Game 1, PUCL Polygraph versus Past Primates. Let's go. Okay, we're coming straight into the ban phase. What do you reckon the ban's going to be first off?
It's probably going to be it is probably going to be very dangerous mons at the minute. Hoop is always a shout. Blissey we've seen a lot of. Yeah,
good shout.
Hooper
Yeah,
and Urshifu, both very good first round bans.
Urshifu at the moment is a very good damage dealer at the minute, and it looks like on PUCL Polygraph, Classic Fox is going for the Espeon. Your favourite SPV?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm an Espeon fan. Love my Espeon. Lupus has told you to put on Do Not Disturb for Discord.
I do have Do Not Disturb on Discord, but I'll do it anyway.
So it's looking like on the Past Primates side, DB Nerd and Gibbles have chosen the T-Tar Comfy combination, which I'm sure they'll bring out. Phoebes and Fish going for Gardevoir and Slowbro. Dark Paws 92 going for their patented Absol. Groot Squad has gone for the Trevenant Sliggoo, and Hush going for the Aegislash and Wigglytuff. And it looks like Justinian is going to be going for the Glaceon.
Yeah, and that's a nice team comp from both teams there. Looking forward to seeing Fish Dog. We know Fish Dog is an avid Slowbro player. I don't think there's going to be any swaps in this, I don't think. I think we're going to go straight into the game. Interesting to see Phoebes playing Gardevoir. I don't think I've ever seen Phoebes play Gardevoir, so that'd be nice to see. And we've got the Aegislash in as well. So a couple of interesting picks there from PUCL Polygraph. Be interesting to see how Gibblebits plays Comfy. I don't think Comfy's been played that much in the league as of yet. I think we've only seen it a couple times. So be interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's probably going to go with that Tyranitar. Could go with the Trevenant as well to give it that extra bit of sustain that it definitely doesn't need.
Yes.
Could go with the Glaceon as well. There's a lot of options for it to hop about with Pokemon.
So, fill out Polyrath, we've got Espeon, Slowbro, Guardivar, Angel Slash, and Wigglytuff.
Absolutely. So, heading over to the Past Primates side, we have Deadbroke Nerd as Tyranitar, Gibbles and Bits as Comfy, Dark Paws 92 as Absol, Groot Squad as Trev, and Justinian as Glacier.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely.
Lovely jubbly. Let's go into the game.
If it wants to load, there we go.
Okay, over on the home team, we have got Classy Plucks with the Espeon and the Wigglytuff going top lane. Centre, we've got the Angel Slash, and down bottom, we've got the Guardivar and Slowbro.
So, looking at Past Primates, the Glaceon is going jungle. Absol and Comfy have gone down to the bottom, and Tyranitar and Trevenant are on the top lane. A bit of an interaction here between the teams early on the top lane, but it isn't going to really amount to much. They are just going to get that farm up.
Yeah, early on game, it is pretty quiet. We've seen here Fish Dog chasing Absol, Dark Paws Absol here. He was hiding in the bush. I think he was waiting for that steal, but Fish Dog pushed him away.
Absolutely, Sligo going for the early finish on Deadbroke Nerd, but doesn't manage to get it. Nearly gets a stack in. Looks like he may manage to. Jigglypuff does get a stack in. They are pushing early, Feel Our Polyrath. I am loving this early.
It's a nice little tactic there. We've not seen a very early push from Feel Our Polyrath before, so it's good to see them pushing quick. And it looks like both junglers have gone top lane, leaving bottom lane very quiet as the birds, bottom, top birds come up. It looks like Past Primates get the majority of them, and up on the top lane, we do see some more action going on, I believe.
Absolutely, both teams just kind of sitting back, not going to push too much like Feel Our Polyrath were doing before. Hush does manage to get the Wigglytuff Evo. Looks like there is a bit of a collision between the teams on the bottom lane. Sligo going for that damage. Looks like he is going to want to get out of there though rather quickly. Fish doing a bit of stalling to try and let him get out of there.
Yeah, we do know, like I know from playing with Fish Dog, he is an amazing Slowbro player. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes on. Middle birds are up. It looks like Feel Our Polyrath are waiting for them to come up. Sorry, but Past Primates are waiting. Oh, and the altercation comes in. Trevenant goes in, but gets punished, slapped hard, and the T-Tar goes down. Angel Slash taken. Oh, sorry, Espeon taken down. Angel Slash gets taken out.
Looks like the Glaceon is really low as well. Probably is going to manage to get away. Hush managing to get that double slap off and taking out the Glaceon, which is huge. Nice bit of XP there for Hush.
That was a nice play there by Hush, catching him off guard. And yeah, that was a really good play there by Hush. It'd be interesting to see how the teams push forward, because it has been very even so far. Only 5 points in it, which is that early goal in up top well by Silgo, but nothing really going on now. Both teams seem very even, I believe. What do you reckon, SPV?
Absolutely. Like you said, there is only 5 goals in it. Both teams are managing to even themselves out quite a bit. There's not really anything in it at all. Justinian managing to fire those ice shards over at Sligo, who is going to retreat. Oh. Looks like Groot Squad is coming in with that Comfy to get taken out by the Espeon and the Slowbro. Looks like they are going to push, and it looks like they are doing brilliantly from Feel Our Polyrath. They are going to break this tier 1 goal, and they get the nice early lead.
Wow, that was impressive by Feel Our Polyrath. That team fight was probably the best team fight I've seen Feel Our Polyrath do. And it looks like Past Primates are giving up on that bottom, rightly so, and they're going to go on to Reggie Lecky. Can they get it done before Feel Our Polyrath can get there?
Yeah, definitely a smart move from Past Primates. Obviously, they've seen that the objective was basically lost, so they may as well go for the other one. Groot Squad going to score the 19. Looks like he isn't going to get there. Feel Our Polyrath are coming in. They do manage to take out the Absol, which is huge. Groot Squad is very low as well. Groot Squad is going to get taken out. Sligo with that wide guard, making sure that he is pushing those Past Primates players back into the Feel Our Polyrath range. Brilliant plays from Sligo there.
Yeah, amazing play. I was just having a look at the Trinitar down bottom. He's just left uncontested. Not really doing much, but PUCL Polyrath, the assault and the pressure that they're pushing on that top lane is impressive. Angie Slash pushing deep onto the enemy side as he tries to punish our Trinitar, gets him, and unfortunately gets caught out for overextending, but very well for pushing him back.
Absolutely. Hush, definitely lucky there, was on an absolute slither of health. Looks like he is kind of on his own there with the slow bro, obviously. Hush does get taken out, but Phoebes is going to come in and fire some nice shots. She is going to get a lot of damage on that Tyranitar. The Trevenant causing problems.
Trevenant goes down though.
Mops up.
Fish Dog with that slow bro.
Goes down as well.
Undefeated.
He is going crazy. Sligo goes down without taking. He does manage to take a Past Primates player with him. Fox manages to get the ult off, but it looks like Past Primates are going to get the most out of that team fight there.
Yeah. Wow, I'm just trying to figure out where to go. There's just so much going on. We've got both Reggies coming up, top and bottom. Bottom's coming up first as it comes up now. And we've got 12 seconds till top comes available. Be interested to see how the teams divide, whether they both go bottom, which it does look like they're doing. And Tyranitar goes in but gets taken out. Comfy gets taken out. We've just got the Tyranitar who manages to get away with a little bit of health, a half health left. And Past Primates, yet again, that team fight, amazing work. And they do take away the Reggie Ice. Past Primates now heading to the top. Reggie Lecky, hopefully to secure that, which they desperately need. If you're not going to get one, you better get the other. But I think this time Past Primates might be in trouble as, PUCL Polyrath do make it in time before any damage is done to the Reggie Lecky on top. It does
looks like Past Primates are managing to sit back here, not much on that goal.
Fish Dog with the ult on the Tyranitar.
Very nice, very nice. Reggie Lecky is on a quarter health, and they do take the Reggie Lecky. This is brilliant improvement from PUCL Polyrath.
Who is this team? The team wipe. I believe that is a team wipe. PUCL Polyrath has got their first team wipe, taking out the whole Past Primates and destroying.
Wow, Phoebes with the quad kill streak and Sligo mopping up the rest.
Wow. I knew PUCL Polyrath have got a lot to do, but this is like a brand new team we're seeing here. Fish Dog doing some work, holding back the Tyranitar and the Trevenant, but unfortunately gets taken out by both of them. Both teams now go back to the respective areas to farm up. Looking at the levels, it does look like PUCL Polyrath and Riley So winning those team fights are at least a couple levels higher than the majority of Past Primates team.
Exactly. I would like to know who this team is and what they have done with the PUCL Polyrath of the last few weeks. So much improvement all around. They've definitely found a team comp that works for them, and it's just phenomenal to see. With Rayquaza does come up right about now. We are going to see a bit of a team fight. Nice to see a bit of spread from the PUCL Polyrath team, managing to get as much vision around that central area as possible. Group Squad is going to go in first, drops the ult, scores some crazy damage, but it looks like Sligo is fighting back, getting a lot of damage there. One PUCL Polyrath player is down and one on Past Primates as well. Now it's 3 PUCL Polyrath players and 5 Past Primates do manage to get the team wipe.
All that hard work for that final team fight for it all to come undone. It's still not over though. Well, I say it's still not over. They've got a bit of a lead, but with the dispersal of that points, it's come down bang bang. That was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate for our Polyrath.
It's a bit of a shame, really, because they were just doing so well. They were absolutely all over Past Primates for every second of the game. There is still time for them to mount a bit of a push to score some of these remaining goals, which could make the difference. But it looks like Past Primates are just going to sit back and make sure none of those goals go in. Fish following along with Slig. We also have Phoebes. The entirety of Filar Polygraph is peeling down that bottom lane, trying to get whatever they can in. Push comes
Trantar
in,
goes
Frog
down.
sleeps, Espeon takes out the Tyranitar.
The Absol goes down. However, the Trevenant's still in, trying to get ulted. He goes down. Confi ejects. Points are going in. Oh no, Fishdog tries to get a sneaky little 10 but doesn't work. Yeah, he gets a 10 in.
Just to get a 50 in as well.
Oh.
It's very close indeed, but it does look like Past Primates are going to manage to take the first win of Game Week 4.
A very, very close game. I didn't see the end score then before it happened, but wow.
One thing I can tell you is that was damn close.
%, and definitely a improvement for Filar Polygraph. Okay, as you can see, only less than 100 points in it for this game, and Filar Polygraph, unfortunately, it was very unlucky for them, Celtic. But wow, you've got to put a hand to Filar Polygraph. They came out and they were like a brand new team. However, we do have to say congratulations to Past Primates with that win, taking the Rayquaza and coming in the lead.
Absolutely, definitely a big win for Past Primates there. Their confidence will be brimming after that game, managing to come back from that.
Be interesting to see what bans come out of this. We've got the Justin with the 119,000 damage with the Glaceon. That is some.
Oh, you all right there, Remus?
You hear me, my friend?
I can hear you. What happened there?
I don't know. I thought I was talking, but obviously not. Yeah, I was just saying that Justinian there with the over 100k damage, very impressive, and across the board, very average, and nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely. What an absolute war that was. Definitely looking forward to the next game and seeing how Filar Polygraph do.
Yeah, Filar Polygraph should be very happy with that performance. I know they may not have won the point there and got the round, but they should be very, very happy with what they achieved, because that was like I said, a brand new team coming out. So hopefully they can improve on that coming this round 2.
Absolutely. I'm really, really looking forward to the second game. Obviously, that first game was brilliant, but I'm just looking forward to seeing more of it, seeing both teams kind of out of the comfort zones, seeing how they're going to deal with these accumulating bans. It is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, very much. Who was your MVP for the game there?
My MVP for that game, it's a toss-up really between Justinian on Past Primates and Phoebes on Filar Polygraph, our very own Phoebes. With Phoebes, just the Psyshocks that were getting dropped, the Psykicks, everything was just pitch perfect. Everything was exactly where it needed to be. It was just phenomenal. Like I'm so proud of her watching that game. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was it was a very good one to watch. I started off slow, both teams weighing each other up right at the beginning there, but Filar Polygraph, they just seemed to, in those team fights, especially on the bottom Reggie, they would just seem to have that edge about them. I was able to push them, keep on their goal, take them out, and then they was able to take that bottom Reggie, and they did some amazing team fights there. Like I say, who is this team?
Exactly. They've really taken it in their stride. They've taken last week, bit disappointing, and wow, the comeback this week is incredible.
Yeah, rightly so, and it's anyone's game. Past Primates may have that first feature, that first point, but as we're going to round 2, it is anyone's game. I do not want to call it. We are just waiting for Past Primates, funny enough, just to jump into the game, and we will head off into round 2. Looking into the chat there, everyone's saying unlucky Wham, unlucky, but yes, they played extremely well, Dolly. Very well played. I think that the comp that they had was they all seemed to just work very well together, very very well. Played so well all game. Solid fight from Pippi. Yeah, I think Past Primates definitely, even though I wouldn't say they were the team of choice for the team fights as Phil Polygraph were winning. That last team fight, Past Primates pulled out all the stops and was a very, very well played. And obviously it showed because they managed to take the Ray, which again won them the game as they were about 100 points behind.
Absolutely. The ending score was 3-5-4 to Past Primates and 2-6-3 to Phelar Polygraph. Just looking at the graph that I did receive from Daryl, one of our admin team, Phelar Polygraph were firmly in the lead. Then obviously the Ray fight happens. You see the big spike in goals from obviously getting the Ray buff, but the spiking goals as well from Phelar Polygraph at the end was just amazing.
Yeah, and it was very close because Phil Polygraph came back right at the end there, and that team fight at the bottom, it was close. I think what worked out just over 90 points was in it in that game, so extremely close, extremely close. And it'd be interesting to see what the band's yet. So the band's carrying over. So we've got the Hooper and the Urshifu, which are now locked in, banned for the rest of this game. It'd be interesting to see what bands come in. What about you, Urshifu? What do you reckon band-wise? Do you reckon they're going to get... I can guarantee one ban already.
Oh, absolutely. I do feel like Past Primates are going to look at the FOP team. Obviously, there's a few there that they could ban. The Aegis Slash from Sligo was just brilliant in terms of defending as well. We have the Gardevoir from Thebes firing off those Psy Shocks and Psy Beams, managing to get that chip damage and that range. And obviously, the who else was it? The Espeon for Mr. Classic Fox.
Got to give a big shout out though to Past Primates with the Trevenant play coming in there. The Trevenant's just dirty. It's the tankiness and the damage output that he can do is unreal. And
Absolutely.
Obviously that's
We've got the ready from both teams.
Happy days. I believe our very own Daryl is in control. So if they want to start the game, we can get right into
phenomenal.
That would be phenomenal. But yeah, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we are moments away from round 2. Not to be missed. After that last game, this is definitely not to be missed. It is turned out to be a battle royale, and we are jumping straight in now to this round, and we are heading into the ban phase.
That's one thing I didn't even comprehend as well. Well, not comprehend, I didn't even think of, was the slow bro ban for Phelar Polygraph as well, because, you know, Fish Dog was doing some business there.
Oh, yeah, we know Fish Dog is a slow bro main, and it goes to show. And, well, no, interesting. Not ones I thought.
The Clefable ban.
And a T-Tar ban. I thought there would be a Glaceon ban in there, but, wow. Okay, Past Primates' first pick, Gibblebits, takes the Comfy yet again.
Fish Dog does take the slow bro as per Classic Fox, going for the Espeon.
Be interested to see if Classic Fox keeps the Espeon or whether he passes it down to Thebes. And we've got the Trevenant back again and the Absol back again for Past Primates.
Yep, Sligo going for that Aegis Slash, Thebes going for the Guardi. It does look like they are going to go for the same team on Phelar Polygraph. I do wonder though if Past Primates are going to try and take Wigglytuff, but it doesn't look like they are going to. Looks like Justinian has taken the Glaceon again.
Ooh, difference
and Debrotner does take the Blastoise, and it looks like Hush is going to take that Wigglytuff. We do see the same Phelar Polygraph team from game 1.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it worked really well, so hopefully it can work again. However, they have got 2 tanks to contend with now. It'd be interesting to see bringing in the Blastoise whether that's going to have an effect. Obviously, Blastoise has the Surf to able to push the opponents away from the goal and also give them that advantage for his team when they attack. So, be interesting to see if they do go with the Surf option, which they should do.
Yeah, the Surf is definitely more defensive, but you do also have the Water Spout Rapid Spin, which obviously you get the hindrance resistance, you get the, the unpredictability of it, the speed boost as well. Definitely a couple of ways they can go about it. Be interesting to see what they do.
Definitely, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this game. Past Primates have changed up ever so slightly with the Blastoise coming in, but there's the same team for PUCL Gameweek with the Slowbro, Espeon, Angie/Guardvar, and the Wigglytuff.
Yeah, obviously we saw in the first game that PUCL Gameweek are very, very competent with this team, so really looking forward to how they're going to do in this game and how they are going to come back from that first loss.
So, starting on with Past Primates, who are now on the purple side. We have got the Blastoise and the Comfey on the top, and we have got the Glaceon running centre. Down bottom, we have got the Absol with the Trevenant.
And over on the PUCL Gameweek side, we have the Espeon and Wigglytuff on the top lane. Aegislash going central, and the Slowbro and Gardevoir going on the bottom lane.
Yeah, be interesting to see, like this with the Blastoise going top, whether that's going to have an effect with the Espeon. Is it going to be able to stop Espeon from doing its work? But the Espeon with those stuns, be interesting to see. Both teams,
definitely.
Both teams now just I think both teams are gonna play very defensively, as it shows now. Both teams not really engaging, just feeling each other out, seeing who's going to make that first engagement as these birds come up first.
So looking at the bottom lane, obviously we did see a bit of a contest between that mid farm that is really important in the game at the start. Phoebes was very low, but managed to get away with teleport. Sliggoo has rotated down to
action
bottom.
down bottom.
Looks like Sliggoo is gonna really get that Absol close. Sliggoo really low on health, wants to really be careful. He does get taken out, and Phoebes and Fishdog will try and mitigate these conditions.
That was quite
from
interesting.
Distance.
That could have worked, but unfortunately it just fell short as they were able to fight on the gold at Past Primates to advantage. It looks like PUCL Gameweek did take the majority of centre birds as Fishdog pushes in with his Slowbro and pushes him away. Trevenant staying down bottom with the Absol. Up top, you've got the Comfey and the Blastoise who are firmly staying there. Looks like at the minute though, it's Past Primates who are in the lead with levels only just over the Glaceon on level 7, currently highest level in the game so far.
Absolutely, Absol is just hiding in that bush, waiting to jump out, obviously going for that mid farm straight away. Fish trying to keep him off it, but not managing to. Mid birds do come up just before these objectives. Looks like PUCL Gameweek are going to get the majority of the bottom lane ones. I'm not quite sure about top lane. Fish trying to keep him off it so Phoebes can get those all-important levels. Probably so she can get that Psychic, which she's been running in the first game. Looks like PUCL Gameweek are completely crashing onto that bottom lane, going for an early push, looking for the wipes to try and take that goal out, which they do. The Trev goes down. Past Primates do get the Regieleki, and it looks like PUCL Gameweek are going to get the Regirock.
Yeah, it was an interesting split there. They left the Trevenant down bottom. I don't know what was the plan there, whether they thought that the Trev could hold them off and they could get the Regieleki and then come down bottom because they knew that PUCL Gameweek were going to hit that bottom. Both teams almost evenly matched here. PUCL Gameweek literally in the lead by a sliver. 5 points in the lead there. Very well played by both teams as they was able to take the top Lecky and the bottom Reggie. So it'll be interesting moving forward how they get on. as, like I say, both teams very even right now. Up in the top lane, Blastoise is up against the Espeon and the Wigglytuff, and he manages to get himself healed up as he was almost down. The Angel Slash Jungler comes in, but also the Glaceon from Past Primates comes as well. Overextending now as the Trevenant comes in from behind. Be interested to see if he can out-damage the Trevenant and the Glaceon. Wigglytuff goes down and the Espeon tries to escape, which I don't think he will do. No, Past Primates winning the team fight up top.
Yeah, Fish Dog having a bit of an altercation with Absol. Absol obviously doing a lot of damage. Fish holding his own though. So I've just been made aware by Daryl that Justinian actually united in his jungle, which is interesting, but I mean, sure, if that's what you want to do. Looks like both teams are going to meet in the centre.
Looks like the Trevenant here was trying to go into the jungle, but it looked like the Trevenant there was pushing into Philippine's jungle and was almost got punished for it. Was able to get back with the rest of Past Primates team helping. Sligo goes down, and so does a Fish Dog, Slowbro, and also the Wigglytuff both going down, and that team fight again goes to Past Primates.
Yeah, Past Primates have definitely made adjustments in this game. Obviously still running pretty much the same team they did in the first game, but they've definitely
this is different now.
A lot.
This is different now. Past Primates has split a game, but Glaceon has started already down bottom. I think they was hoping for an attack and getting that steal before Philip Polygraph could get there, but Philip Polygraph do push in hard and get it.
Sligo wants to be careful here because they are going to get the obvious defense from the Blastoise. It does look like the Blastoise is running Rapid Spin Water Spout.
Regieleki goes down and is defended by Philip Polygraph. Here comes the Absol coming into Dunker 40, but Angel Slash is actually stopping in time. No, he doesn't. He does not stop in time. Sligo missing out on the interruption there, and Past Primates getting a 40 dunk down the bottom. Up on the top, though, it does look like Philip Polygraph have destroyed that top goal, putting them in the lead. Not firmly, but definitely a lot better off than what they were.
Absolutely. That 40 from Dark Paws will be huge. I reckon there will not be much in this game. Goals like that can decide these games, as we've seen. Looks like the Philip Polygraph players are going to make a bit of a push into the jungle. Obviously, there isn't much for them to get there, but yeah,
Fish
looks
Dog.
like they were going for a bit of a push.
They were, look like, yeah, but it looks like they might be caught out here. Sligo goes down, and it's Fish Dog is on his own. He's able to survive for a little bit, but ultimately goes down, and the rest of Past Primates jump on the team. Hush comes in. Can he get any interruptions? I believe a dunk went in there by, I think, what, 23 points went in then? So
Yeah,
nothing,
around that.
Yeah, nothing major, but still, like you say, every little helps, especially when we come towards the closing 40 seconds before the Quasar comes in. Every little point will help.
Absolutely. Looks like we are going to see possibly a full team assault on the bottom Reggie, and it looks like Past Primates are going to go for that Regieleki.
Yeah, again, I don't think this time they're going to risk the team fights. Be interesting to see actually whether the Regieleki might be the better option. With 14 seconds to go, they're going to be forcing the Philip Polygraph team to go on the defensive a lot more than what they want to. Or do they let it go in? I don't know. 2 seconds and the Quasar comes in.
Absolutely. Obviously, the Espeon doesn't have the Unite move for the Ray fight, which is worrying because through previous experience of playing Espeon, that Unite move is huge.
Quasar is down.
3 for players defending that Regieleki. They should have just let it walk in. They should have just let it walk in.
And yet again, it's like watching a replay of round 1. Philip Polygraph were dominating the game to begin with, but unfortunately, right to the last moment, they just seem to let it go again, and Past Primates take advantage of that with Quasar Shield. Yeah, Slowbro goes down. Unfortunately, when they get that shield, it's pretty much not a lot you can do. It does take a long time to get rid of that shield. Definitely what DMC, they should have let it go in. 1 minute to go. It's still anyone's game. It's not over yet. It can still be won. Sligo on his own at the bottom here, and he does go down, unfortunately. But what's happening up top here? It does like there's an assault going on from Espion, Guadvar, and the Wigglytuff. Espion goes down, an impressive attack there. But Fishdog does come in to help. Guadvar goes down, and yeah, it is Wigglytuff down, and Fishdog is just left with the Slowbro, and Slowbro goes down. 30 seconds left in the game. I believe this is going to be a Past Primates victory.
Absolutely. Past Primates going 2-0 up against Philar Polygraph. It is just a case of what the scoreline is going to be as 2 Past Primates players are making a break for that goal.
Again, Philar Polygraph shouldn't get disheartened. Yes, it is a loss, but oh my god, what an improvement Philar Polygraph has made in just a week. The gameplay that they're doing, the team fights they're coming out with is amazing. However, that late game team that we're used to seeing is not there. They've lost that late game. It seems that they do well for the first 8 minutes, and for that last 2 minutes they seem to falter and just fall short.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just super close up until that end. I don't know what they were thinking with the Regieleki there. Should have probably let it walk in and go and contest the Ray, because as we know, Ray fights are just the key to winning really. So yeah, they shouldn't be disheartened, but they'll definitely need to regroup for this third game if they want to get a win out of Past Primates, because they seem to be getting stronger with every game.
Absolutely, and like we say, they may have lost the game, but that third round is still a point they can play for, and it's going to be vital they get that point if they want to stay above Golducks, because they are only sitting 5th and only by a couple of 100 points. So they really need this victory right now to keep themselves from falling to 6th place. And as we look over quickly at the stats here, you can see that Philip have done better. They stopped the Glaceon from getting into triple digits, which is amazing work. And you mentioned about the graph. Look at the graph. So you can see here that it was very, very close, but Philip were in the lead for the majority of that game from 4 minutes all the way to 8 minutes. So just under half the game, they're in the lead, and then obviously the Quadra comes in and boom, takes it off. But hopefully they can move forward in round 3, hopefully stop Past Primates from getting that Quadra fight.
Absolutely. Looks like all our other teams are ready. They're all very eager to get into these games. Obviously, we have the last game of this set. Very exciting to be able to commentate on these matches. Thank you to everyone who is currently watching. Make sure you drop the love for your teams in the chat. Yeah, just waiting for a couple of players to come in, and then we will get right in about it.
Yeah, don't forget to add me, my friend. Otherwise, no one's going to be seeing anything.
Why do we want to add you?
Because otherwise, no one's going to see nothing. Without me, you'll be seeing.
Oh, they'll manage, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure they will. So, Philar Polygraph will be heading back over onto the purple side into the home team. So they will get the first pick of the bunch. Move my position up there. So what do you think then? Like looking at both teams there, what do you reckon this final round? What do you think the outcome's going to be? I mean, again, I don't want to call it because it seems too close.
It is really close, to be fair to them. They are both really good at that early pressure. Obviously, we saw in the first game, Philar Polygraph getting the better of that, and then in the second game, Past Primeapes getting the better of that. It's just a case of who can get that early pressure and then keep hold of it. Philar Polygraph really need to be there and present for that Ray fight like they were in the first game. Obviously, they didn't manage to get it, but there was at least a full team presence there. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know what happened in that second game. Maybe they weren't thinking straight, or maybe they thought that would be the better option. I don't know, but hopefully we will see an improvement on that front in this last game.
Yeah, and I completely agree with everything you said there. I can't add any more to it. You've literally said it all. It does look like both teams are in position and ready to go. We're just waiting for the official thumbs up from our admin team, and we'll jump in. Predictions for the bans. What do you reckon?
I think we are probably going to see that Slowbro ban. If not, then probably the Aegislash.
Yeah, good call.
And on the Past Primates side, I do think, sorry, for the FOT ban, I do think they are going to ban that Glaceon because it was causing issues in that second game.
I think they dealt with the Glaceon a lot better that second game, but yeah, 100% agree. I can see the Glaceon getting banned. Whether it'll be the Aegislash or the Slowbro will be debatable. Be interesting to see what they do pick. Bans that are going to carried over, as our lovely admin has put in the chat. We have got the Hooper, Urshifu, Cafable, and Tranitar are the 2 locked-in bans, plus these 2 bans. So it'll be interesting to see what comes about. SPV, have we got the thumbs up, my friend?
I do believe Past Primates are ready. Feel our Polygraph will be ready. Let's get going.
And here we go, straight into the ban phase for the 3rd and final time for this game. Feel our Polygraph versus Past Primates. Here we go. Let's see what gets picked.
I'll be very surprised if they don't go for the Glaceon ban here. I will be extremely surprised, to be honest. I don't really see what else they could ban.
Trevenant, maybe?
Trevenant could be another one, but even still, I think the Glaceon does slightly trump it for me in terms of what they would ban.
Yeah,
it looks like they're going to go for the Trevenant, understandable, and Past Primates ban the Comfy.
That's a surprise, considering it was Past Primates that were using the Comfy and not Fila Polygraph. Interesting. That is a very interesting ban there. What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
I don't know whether that's a bit... Personally, it might be a wasted ban.
Looks like Ruben is going to claim that Espeon straight away. No messing about. Espeon is in a really good spot at the minute. Obviously, in the last patch, did get a buff on Swift and Psyshock. Obviously, the range being increased. And with the introduction of Slick Spoon as well, it's just... wow.
No, looks like Past Primates have stolen Slowbro from Fishdog Goot squad, taking it away, and they've also gone for the Eldergloss over onto the Fila Polygraph. We have got the Wigglytuff yet again, but Fishdog coming in with a Mamoswine.
Yeah, we know what Fish is like. Give him a defender, he will absolutely be fine.
Pretty much, and we know he's a good Mamoswine player as well. And over on Past Primates, they have gone for the Blastoise yet again, but changing things up here again with the Sylveon.
Absolutely. Phoebes manages to claim the Glaceon before Justinian does, which is going to be huge. Justinian's going to be on a bit of a scary. It looks like he's going to go for that Gardevoir that he does so much. And
not to miss down the Sliggoo there as the Ninetales. They've got some interesting CC over on the Fila Polygraph side. It'd be interesting to see with this setup. Both teams gone for slightly different setups to what they did the first 2 rounds. I think Past Primates is the most changed, bringing in the Eldergloss, the Sylveon, and obviously the Gardevoir. I think the Gardevoir was a forced choice because Phoebes has taken the Glaceon. However, we do know that Justinian is a good Gardevoir player.
Absolutely, he is very competent with that Gardevoir. Obviously, those ults in that first game week will never be topped. Definitely I don't care what anyone says.
And as we move in now to the last round, we have got Hush playing Wigglytuff, Classic Fox playing Espeon, Fishdog, Mamoswine, Sliggoo playing Ninetales, and Phoebes as Glaceon for Fila Polygraph.
And over on the Past Primate side, Groot does go for Slowbro, Gibbles and Bits goes for Eldegoss, Deadbroke, Nerd, Blastoise, Dark Paws 92, Sylveon, and Justinian goes for the Gardevoir.
And here we go straight into the last game. Okay, past Villa Polyrath, we have got Wigglytuff and we have got the Glaceon going top lane. Is it S1? No, S1 going top lane. And in the middle lane, we have got the Glaceon. Down the bottom lane, we have got the Ninetales and the Mammothswine.
And looking at Past Primeapes, looks like that Gardevoir is going to go central with the Eldegoss getting a bit of that farm as well. On the top lane, it does look like Eldegoss is going to go there with Blastoise. It's going to be a lot of sustain on that lane. And it looks like we are going to see the Sylveon and Slowbro on the bottom lane.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what differences these shake up in the team goes. Top lane has a little bit of altercation over that middle farm. Nothing too major as Past Primates quickly eject out of the way of the Espeon. Classic Fox getting that Espeon really early, which is good to see.
Yeah, apparently I've got an audio glitch.
You got an audio glitch? Or... Just listening, mate.
All right, Remus, keep going.
Okay, sorry.
I'll,
Okay, so the middle bird's farm is up, down the bottom. Nothing really going on with the bottom lane, but up on the top lane, let's have a Butchers here. It does like Hush there with a really tough chasing down the Blastoise, but they are playing on the goal very wise there. They don't want to get caught out by the Wigglytuff and the Espeon. Wigglytuff going in hard. He puts the Eldegoss to sleep with Sing, with the backup from the Espeon doing some damage, focusing on the Eldegoss, trying to get rid of the support. Oh, and it looks like the Espeon is getting caught out. Will he get taken out? Yep, and the Blastoise takes him out. Both top laners go down, and the Blastoise is able to dunk in a 30. Takes out nicely there.
Absolutely brilliant there from Past Primates, getting that early pressure on. Like I mentioned before, it is key to these games.
In the centre, we have got the Mammothswine and the Ninetales trying to get to the middle farm. Ninetales goes down, and yeah, it looks like Philip are running away. Nope, I was saying they are running away, but it looks like they are coming back to take them on. Slowbro on the opposite team gets taken down.
Fish goes down as well, not before taking the Slowbro down with him. Past Primates peeling down this bottom lane. Sliggoo is there to cause a bit of issues with the Ninetales, but does get taken out immediately, and Past Primates do take out that bottom goal.
Past Primates putting on some serious pressure compared to the other 2 rounds. They seem to be moving more as a unit compared to what they have done, where the last 2 rounds they were splitting their forces up, whereas this round they seem to be walking together a lot more, and it's showing as they have just destroyed that bottom lane with ease. Up on the top lane, Philip Polyrath have come in, dunking in a 20, a 9 and an 8, which is very vital as we come into this Reggie fight top and bottom. Past Primates are at the bottom, and I don't think they'll waste any time to destroy it. No, it is completely down. Can Philip Polyrath get Regieleki down before they get there? Yes, they do.
It looks like they are going to push up this top lane, while Past Primates are caught out of position here a little bit, not getting up as quick as the rest of the team would like. It looks like the goal is going to break to the Regieleki rather than Fox managing to get his 25 in, and both teams will go away in fat. No, actually, it looks like there is going to be a bit of a team fight here. The Blastoise causing a lot of damage to the team. It takes 2 of them down. The Gardevoir takes 2 of them down, and the Blastoise probably takes the other one. And now we are seeing a full-on jungle invade from Past Primates. Daryl will be happy. That Espeon ult was huge with a lot of damage. Espeon firing those Psyshocks, trying to get some nice damage with the Psybeam as well, ricocheting between the members. Deadbroke Nerd is running in with those Water Spouts and Rapid Spins, and it looks like they are going to run away there. Justinian really low, so he does actually eject button. Hush will be wanting to retreat from that, and both teams will go their separate ways for now.
Wow, amazing. That all stemmed from the Blastoise ult there. He went in with the ult, straight in with a rapid spin, and pushed him in, and that allowed the Past Primate team to literally just avalanche through into the opposition's jungle.
And it looks like Philip Polyrath are mounting a full-on team assault on that bottom lane. They do manage to score pretty big. They are now in the lead. Although it is only 29 points, it is still a lead. Deadbroke Nerd will be wanting to get away from this.
And he
just
goes down.
about manages, but no. Phoebes does manage to take him out. They will be wanting to score here, and they
down.
do.
Goes down. That is important for PUCL Polygraph. That Blastoise though, he's doing some absolute chaos against PUCL Polygraph. Fair play to Past Primates. Unlucky to them as well.
Polygraph are going to want to regroup here on this Regirock. Phoebes does drop the ult, trying to get that chip damage on Dark Paws, but once again a Justinian Unite secures the Regi for Past Primates.
Very well played there for Past Primates. Nice steal. Unfortunately, Fishdog was unable to hold them off. I mean, it was a 1v4 there, so it was very unlikely he was going to survive that. Now it's the time for PUCL Polygraph to regroup and attack that Regieleki. They need this Regieleki to keep that pressure on Past Primates. It is only a small lead.
Yeah, Fishdog a bit out of position here. Obviously, will want to join his team. Looks like he is trying to get some farm up. He is going to come and join his team now. Regieleki is nearly down. And it looks like Past Primates are going to get the Regieleki as well.
Yeah, that is huge for Past Primates. They need that. If that goes in now, that'll put them firmly in the lead. Mama Swine goes down, Regieleki goes in, and in go the goal, and has put them in front. Not by as much as what I thought it would, though.
Yeah, still very close. 4 points in it this time instead of 5, but it looks like Past Primates are going to peel through the PUCL Polygraph jungle.
There's a really tough chasing after the Guardivar, but bad choice as a Sylveon comes in, takes him out. However, Fishdog's Mama Swine is there to soak up some of that damage as he then tries to retreat, but he is being pursued by Past Primates, Eldegoss, and the rest of them. Slowbro holding up the back there, Eldegoss down at the bottom lane, and as the teams go back to farming their respective lanes. Very
Looking
close.
at the levels, it looks like PUCL Polygraph are sitting on the lower end of the levels, especially what you want to be for the Rayquaza fight. Fishdog's still sitting on level 10. Very close to level 11, albeit, but he will hopefully be getting some experience from this bottom Regi. It is Regirock. It'd be nice to get some nice defense boosts for the Ray fight. Looks like Fish, Hush, and Phoebes are managing to hold them off, and they do manage to get the Regirock, which is going to be huge for that Ray fight. They're going to want to be careful. They are going to want to run like the wind.
It was a good steal, but at what cost, though? At what cost? 3 of the team went down. Got 4 seconds till Rayquaza comes in, and we know how effective Past Primates have been with the Rayquaza secure. And they're starting
Absolutely. Past Primates wasting absolutely no time getting on it, trying to catch PUCL Polygraph out again. Phoebes does drop the ult, and it looks like PUCL Polygraph have managed to push themselves in it here, but 2 of the PUCL Polygraph players do go down. Huge damage from the Eldegoss ult, and it is a team wipe again.
Team wipe again. PUCL Polygraph, again, they show that they are getting their team gameplay for the first 8 minutes is strong, really, really strong. But they just seem to, at that last moment when they need it the most, just lose it. Managed to hold off Justinian there, taking on his shield, but a 96 goes in and then 100 goes in.
Overdunk on that top goal. Wow.
Huge, huge overdunk.
Looks like Fish is going to try and get the KO on Groot squad here. It looks like PUCL Polygraph are peeling down that bottom lane again, but they are too spaced out. They are going to have to wait for reinforcements to come. Hush, obviously only having the shields, really, not really got much health. He is probably going to go down here to the Eldegoss. Phoebes firing the icicle.
Here comes Fishdog with the Mammoth Swine. Can they do it now? They need this. They've got 30 seconds. Can they do what they need to do to get these points in? No,
it doesn't look like it is going to be able to.
That was unfortunate. It was good that they were holding off, but Past Primates were able to just play that goal and keep them from getting in there. Very well played. by Past Primates. Phila Polygraph, amazing work. This game has been probably, I would say, one of their best as opposed to their gameplay, their actual teamwork for the majority of the game. If they can just work on that, the Quasar secure, then they will be definitely a team to be worried about.
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. They had exceptional positioning before the race one. I agree totally with DMC. They were in position. They boxed out Phila Polygraph and then took them out one by one. Wow, a really close game all the way through up until the Quasar. I couldn't call it. It was like a game of tennis almost. We're just looking at the stats now. Yeah, Justinian again coming into triple figures with 106,000 damage. Classic Fox of 89,000 damage. Some nice stats coming in there from both teams. It is a 3-0 victory to Past Primates, a very, very important victory for them. Commiserations to Phila Polygraph. However, I must say, Phila Polygraph, much better play today. A much better game for them. So if they can improve on this, yeah, they can go far.
Yeah, 100% agree. They were a bit sloppy in a couple of fights. Obviously, Past Primates were on the ball, team fight, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, quite unlucky, but anyway, we have a huge game up now. Wow, this is gonna be exciting.
You know about this game here? X-Tap Blissey versus ODD, the Obsessive Dreaming Disorder?
I am.
Yes. And what is this exciting for you, Mr. SPV?
Well, it is the battle for the top spot. First versus second. Both of our, well, arguably the best teams in the league by far. This is going to be some good stuff, my friend. I am telling you this.
And that's all to come next in our Game 2 X-Attack Blissey second place versus ODD, the Obsessive Dreaming Disorder, in first place, undefeated, 9-0. Can they continue this win streak and not losing? Can they put themselves to be the champions of the league? Well, I think if anyone's going to stop them, it's X-Tap Blissey.
And then looking at ODD's side, I am really looking forward to seeing how ODD are going to deal with X-Attack Blissey because, wow, ODD in that last game week were absolutely perfect.
100%.
Every single little minute detail of their game was phenomenal. Looking at the stats here that have just come up, obviously Anamoris and Zentisane have left ODD now, and we have two new ODD players in Dragolander and let me just get the other player up. We have Me Too, Mate. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how the dynamic's going to work with obviously these new players coming in. Have they had the time to practice? Have they had the time to work things out? Because it was quite a late notice switch of players. So
yeah, it was. It was only just literally a couple of hours before tonight's games that ODD mentioned that they unfortunately had lost Amorous and Zen. And looking at the stats, Amorous and Zen, big players of the ODD team. Like you say, it'd be interesting to see with these new members what can happen. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good, interesting to see. And as we bring up X-Tap Blissey's stats, X-Tap Blissey's, you can't deny it, amazing stats as well. Look at Loxy there, 69 kills. He's going to be happy with that number. And the damage as well is amazing. Both teams are high with their damage output.
Absolutely. Looking at Loxy, the team captain, leading by example. Obviously played every single game that X-Attack Blissey played so far. But Wow.
Yeah,
711,000 damage for Loxy
yeah, and that's
in
in 9
9
games.
games.
Impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Wow, indeed. I was just responding to Kelly's one. Yes, they are right to play. They have been vetted through our admin team, and they've been given the green light to play tonight for ODD. I believe, I think everyone's in place, and these teams are not messing around tonight. Extat Blissey raring to go. We had the interview with their captain Loxy. Obviously, he knows ODD are a good team, and he doesn't want to underestimate them, but at the same time, they want to win, and they are going to make sure that they try and get that victory. And if they do, it's going to be huge.
Absolutely. Just waiting for the all clear from both teams. I don't see why they wouldn't be ready, but we're just going to check. Don't want any surprises.
No, we do not. We want everything to go smoothly, as we do not want to miss this game at all. We want it to go as we expect it to. One moment, I just get this quickly up here. And we're just going to quickly backtrack while we wait for the teams. MVP, last game. Who's your MVP?
My MVP for the last game was probably Dead Broke Nerd. Dead Broke Nerd did amazing with the Trevenant in the first game and the Blastoise in the other 2 games. Just amazing defending. Just exactly where he needed to be. Just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I think my MVP has to go to Justinian. Just the damage output that they were able to put out was just amazing and consistent as well. And we can see some of Past Primates have actually entered the chat. Hey, Gibblebits, and hey, Justinian. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Absolutely. Nice of you to join us after that. Well played, guys. Absolutely phenomenal from yourselves. We have got the all clear to get started. So, I do believe we should get started.
I think we should as well. Game 2, round 1, X-Tac Blissey versus ODD. This is a game you do not want to miss, ladies and gents. Fans, what do you reckon? Because there's some interesting plays with both these teams.
I don't know who they're going to go for bans. Probably the most Pitmons that we see so far. Obviously, like your Hoopers, your Urshifus, etc., etc. Rapid Strike Urshifu has been disgraceful recently, so probably going to see an Urshifu and Herper. Yet we do get the Urshifu, but the Dodrio on the X-Attack Blissey side, that should be interesting.
I think it's a good pick. The Duke in the right hands can be dangerous. Looks like X-Tac Blissey firmly securing that Comfy there, as Sketchy does. And over on ODD, they've gone for the Espion and the Hooper. Good picks, both very good picks.
Absolutely. Looks like Loxy is going to go for that Garchomp that we have seen in play so much. And Chloride does go for the Gardevoir.
I believe this is Chloride's first game for X-Tac Blissey. I don't think we've seen them play, so looking forward to seeing them play for their first league game. Over on ODD, they have gone for the Blastoise and the Slowbro, so they've gone for the double defenders. Interesting.
Absolutely. Severin does go for the Buzzwole. Severin is unreal with damaging Mons, as we saw with the Urshifu in that first game week. And Quaggony goes for the Sableye. Interesting.
Haven't seen Sableye in the game yet. Over on ODD, they've gone for the Bro and the I can't pronounce the name. You pronounce it for me.
Zoroark.
Zoroark. I always get that one wrong. There's a couple of them which I can't pronounce because I'm.
He's an old man who is a Gen 1.
I am a Gen 1. I'm not ashamed to say that anything outside of Gen 1 is an alien to me, because they are. But still.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, look at the items you're saying. It's not. Yeah, it probably isn't playing Defender Blastoise. I agree on that there. So, looking at the teams, nothing's really changed. No, everyone's the same. And as we go straight into it, so On the home team, X-Tap Blissey, you've got Sketchy playing Comfy, Chloride TV playing Guardivar, Loxy playing Guardchamp, Severin, Buzzwold, and Quag playing Sableye.
And over on ODD side, we have Dragolander playing Slowbro, Nap as the Hooper, Sikra as Blastoise, Mitume as Espeon, and Tommy going for the Zoroark.
Interesting, Zoroark I don't think actually played in the leagues. It's the first time seeing them, and Sableye I think it's the first time as well. So interesting to see how they fare up in the league. And here we go, kicking off round 1, game 2. Over on X-Tap Blissey, we have got the Sableye and the Buzzwold going top. Comfy looking a bit confused. I didn't know where they were going. Was going top but now gone bottom. Guardchomp is in central area and Guardivar bottom.
Yeah, and over on ODD's side, Tommy is taking his central, as we know he loves to do. Nap hovering around.
Looks like Sableye's coming in here.
For that Sableye jungle invade, and they were ready for that. Very nice to see it from ODD.
Yeah, definitely.
Over on the bottom lane, we have the Espeon and Slowbro, and on the top lane, we have Sikra as the Blastoise. Sikra is amazing at Blastoise. If you look at the items as well, you will notice they are not defensive items at all.
Both teams not messing around, getting in the points early on, only less than a minute in, and both teams got goals on the scoreboard. ODD slightly ahead, getting the extra points in. Buzzwold tries to overextend a little bit there, but yeah, gets taken up by the Zoroark, and Hooper doing some bits as well. Can the Guardchomp get away? Yes, he does, but the Zoroark gets taken out. Guardchomp on minimal health. Oh no! Yeah,
brilliant start from X-Attack Blissey here, taking out 2 ODD players on that top lane and managing to get the goals in.
Yeah, that was a great play there by X-Tac. Continuously putting on that pressure on that top goal. ODD are going to have to do some serious work on that top lane to stop the Buzzwold and Sableye from getting those goals in.
Absolutely, me too, mate. Trying to get some snipes on X-Attack Blissey's farm. Is out leveling the X-Attack Blissey bottom laners here. Definitely a bit of a toss-up between the two teams on who is doing better. The Espeon's already level 7. Heading into the mid-birds, we are going to see both teams collide in this central area. Tommy dangerously low, does manage to escape, but gets taken out by the Garchomp.
Oh, and down goes the Sableye, but the Guardchomp is doing some work here with the Comfy attached to him. He's just jumping around the field, taking them out one by one. Buzzwold is chasing down the Blastoise, and he tries to get away. Blastoise doesn't get away. Unfortunately, it's taken down by Severin.
Very interesting. Severin, as we know, is very, very competent with attacking mons, especially the bulky attacking mons, you know, like your Urshifus, your Buzzwolds, etc. So, very, very nice to see Severin in that role. Does manage to get the smackdown on that, punching him away.
Guardchomp and Severin go head-to-head on the top lane. Tommy with the Guardchomp manages just to get away. Sorry, the Zoroark manages just to get away from the Guardchomp before getting taken down.
He has got to come in, but he's really low on health. Needs to be careful. Sableye just runs in and gets a few hits, and the Gardevoir does manage to get the last hit in there.
Ults, and he jumps over. No, he gets taken down. The ult ineffective there, really. A little bit of a waste, I would have thought. Good call to use it, but I think without the support, the backup there was able to be taken down at the end of his ults.
Absolutely. X-Attack Blissey looking like the better team here so far. Definitely having new players on the ODD side is going to cause a few issues. But, you know, X-Attack Blissey taking full advantage of the opportunities being given to them.
ODD on a 3v1 here as they start to take out the Buzzwold, which they do effectively, and they now start on the Registeel. How the Guardchomp at the top there
The
does take the
Sableye is coming in, the Sableye is coming in, but it doesn't matter. Sableye gets taken out, and so does the Registeel. Gardevoir ult, brilliant there from Chloride, manages to get the KO on Sikra. Mitume is looking a bit low. on health. Severin is going to come in and punish that. Takes out the Espeon, and it looks like Tommy is going to go down as well.
Wow. X-Tap Blizzard living up to the name with the pressure they put on. ODD are struggling to deal with the pressure. Blastoise there with the ult, but ultimately fails as it is a whole team on him, apart from Sableye, who is up top doing their thing, taking out some of their jungle. Impressive play here by X-Tap Blissey. ODD undefeated, but it looks like at the moment of halfway through the game, they could actually be within their first loss of the season.
It is certainly heading that way. X-Attack Blissey have been absolutely all over him, not giving him an inch. As Daryl says, that Buzzwole acting like it's WrestleMania, straight up just slamming everyone in sight with superpower. Dragalandia is going to go down here, so is Me Too Mate. Severin is... Oh no, Me Too Mate did actually manage to get back, and it looks like they are... the ODD team is going to rotate up to the top lane.
You got Hooper here who's going to jump a nice little 30 in the top there, which is definitely needed. That's put them a little bit closer towards X-Tap Blissey's goal line.
Absolutely, X-Attack Blissey absolutely smashing ODD here. Tommy is not doing too hot on the level front here. Oh, actually, he is comparing it to the rest of them. Ignore me, I'm talking rubbish. We have 3 ODD players on the top. Obviously going for that Regieleki, but looking at the bottom, it looks like X-Attack Blissey are going to get the Regice.
That's an important one for them to get that in. Hooper has altered, but I don't know to what avail as Hooper does go down. ODD have taken the Regieleki, which is definitely
Tommy manages to score the 40, but Tommy is probably going to get taken out here.
Oh, 7 Buzzwole gets taken out. Oh, backs. He goes back. Sorry, I forgot to have he goes backs. Blastoise coming in with the rapid spin, and it does take out the Garchomp with the Hooper's help. And now they chase down the Comfy. X-Tap Comfy
is going to go down there.
Massively overextended, not to his own fault, and was hunted down in the ODD's jungle. Looking here, it looks like a Hooper and a Sableye interaction up top here. The Comfy and the Garchomp are in position ready to go. Oh, and Hooper dunks a 3 in, a nice little 3. It's still close to call. ODD have brought it back ever so slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. ODD seem to have gone for a bit more of a later game. Obviously, probably weren't expecting the pressure from X-Attack Blissey, but wow, do they do it so well.
Yeah, we've come to accustom now that X-Tap Blissey, they don't stop. Once that pressure gets applied, they just keep rolling over like an avalanche, and they are becoming an unstoppable force, and ODD are struggling with that so far. However, we are coming into the last 10 seconds before that all-important Rayquaza. This is the decider. ODD will need to secure this to get a victory. Be interesting to see if X-Tac go for the Rayquaza or they go on the defense.
Looks like ODD are going to be coming in from the top side. Tommy going for the score already, and he nearly got it in, but Chloride has managed to push him off it. Looking at the fight, Sitka is going to be the bait, as he is probably one of the bulkier mons that they do have. They also have the Slowbro. Severin is trying to cause a bit of a bait. Sitka is going to hit the Ray, so attacks are going to be flying. Looking.
Buzzwole comes in, takes onto the Slowbro. And does he take him out? No, Slowbro manages to stay alive thanks to the his amnesia ability. Hooper ults.
3 X-Attack Blissey players down. 5. It is a team wipe for ODD. They are not going down without a fight, and it looks like they could possibly hold on to their unbeaten streak thus far.
They take the Rayquaza.
They do get the Rayquaza, and they are going to be sprinting to those goals.
It'd be interesting. Now, this is where they need to play so defensively, but we know when we get that Rayquaza, that shield is so hard to get rid of.
Absolutely. Espeon does lose it, though. Still going to try and score. Hooper manages to get an 100 in as well. And it looks like ODD are going to keep hold of that unbeaten streak, managing to
Wow.
go 10-0. But let's not speak too soon, as we do have the Garchomp and the Buzzwole peeling up that bottom lane. But it does look like maybe they might retreat. The Comfy is there as well. Pretty much the entirety of X-Attack Blissey are there, but the entirety of ODD are going to meet them there as well. Severin trying to do as much damage as they can. Severin just battering ODD, but it does look like they are going to manage to survive. ODD go 10-0 in the PUCL.
Wow. That was, again, just like how the first game with Philip Polygraph, X-Tap Blissey dominating well, I wouldn't say dominating, but they were controlling the first 6-7 minutes of that game easily. ODD on the back foot, and then that Rayquaza, they just seem to come in, positioning perfect, dominating that Rayquaza, and not sort of they split the Zoroark away from the team. And when the Buzzwole went in for the engagement, it's pretty much game over from there as they took it.
Absolutely, as we just await setting up the second lobby.
Just show battle data off quickly, looking over there.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
You are getting ahead of yourself. And look at battle data there. It's quite even on the battle data. No scores really jumping out. Like I say, both teams doing very, very well. It was just that last part of the game. And if we quickly look at the graph, you can see here that X-Tap Blissey controlling the majority of that game right up until the Rayquaza, and boom, they come in there and take it. Very well played to ODD.
Absolutely. Just going to get the lobby ID now, hopefully, and then we will get into the second game.
Wow, X-Tap Blissey definitely contenders for stopping this unstoppable ODD reign, and this game could be it. X-Tap Blissey, I've got a feeling I think this could be an X-Tap Blissey game. What do you reckon, Mr. SPV?
I think they're going to be kicking themselves after that game, but they did so well at the start. It's just a case of, like Daryl said, having a Saberline Comfy on the same team. It's a big loss for your damage per second. And, maybe they'll look at the team comp, maybe move on from that, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, Sableye, a weird one. I've not really had much, me personally, I've not really had much dealings with Sableye. I've not really played them either, so I can't really gauge it. But yeah, like Darryl said, what a game, an amazing game. We knew this game was going to be full of action, and they did not disappoint from start to finish. Both teams putting in goals right from the get-go, and the team fights were intense. Looking forward to seeing what round 2 provides for us. Predictions for round 2, I've got it. I've got a feeling X-Tap Blissey are going to steal this one. I think they've learnt ODD, they've got a feel for them, and I reckon they're going to come out swinging and claim that win.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, but remains to be seen, definitely. I don't think I can call it.
Oh, so Mystic SPV not calling a winner for round 2. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the chat? What do we reckon? Round 2, are we giving it to ODD or are we going to give it to X-Tap Blissey? The Garchomp, though, I've got to say the Garchomp was doing some work over there. Some high damage coming for them. Yeah, great game, Justinian. Very well. Oh, yeah. There was a lot going on from all angles. X-Tap Blissey, we've got a shout out for X-Tap Blissey winning round 2.
Yeah, seen a couple of X-Attack Blissies there. Nap and Noobly both back in their teams. DB Nerd going to go for X-Attack Blissey on this one. Love the early game. Better ban Greedent, though. Absolutely. Yep. We saw Tommy last week with that Greedent.
Yeah,
giving
Tom
it
with
absolute.
annoyance, I think is the word.
Yeah.
He's there and then he's not there and he's somewhere else. And yeah, with Greedon, he's definitely a pain in the backside. Oh, a lot of shout out for ODD coming in now. Be interesting to see. I think both teams are in. Yep. And we're just waiting for the thumbs up from the background admin team. And I will give them a shout out to our backroom admin team for setting up lobbies and orchestrating the games themselves. So thank you very much to our background admin team. I think we've got Daryl and Dolly working tonight. I think
Absolutely. We've got Lupus as our Twitch presence, both here and on Dido's Plays Twitch channel, who is also co-casting the PUCL today. Big thank you to D for showing his support. Make sure you go and drop a follow on our boy. I'll drop his link now.
Yeah, walked in, say, yeah, 100%. The Blastoise play was amazing. For me, the best one was the ult that came in at the top of the jungle, coming with the ult, then dropped in with a rapid spin and taken him down to low health and completely starting off that assault into Xtat Bliss's jungle, which was just some amazing.
Yeah, right, we're ready to go. Let's go.
Happy days. Let's do this. Round 2 of Xtat Blissy versus ODD. Here we go, bans. Interesting. Blastoise, reckon?
Blastoise, I reckon, definitely. As for ODD, I do think they might go for Buzzwole, because that Buzzwole has just smashed them in that last game.
I can't call it. I don't know the bans. It'd be interesting. Going right down to the wire. Yeah, you called it. The Buzzwole went in, and oh, the Comfy's gone down. Interesting. So Buzzwole and Comfy is added to the ban list.
To be honest, X-Attack Blissey probably doing themselves a favour there, because obviously they had the Comfy and Sableye in the last game, but who knows. Nap going for the Espeon, Severin goes for the Mew, Chloride going for the Trevenant.
Interesting for Trevenant making a return. We know how good a Trevenant can be in the right hands. Not only do they have that good sustain for themselves, but they've got good output damage. We've got Cicro coming with the Blastoise. Again, a very good choice. And the Hooper returns as well on ODD. Over on X-Tap Blissey, they've gone for a Mime and an Eldergloss. 2 supports this time. Very interesting. See how they can utilise both those supports. Both supports going XP share, so very interesting indeed. Over on ODD, their pick is going to be, looks like Tom Lee's going for the Cinderace, and we've got the Blissey as well. And to finish off for X-Tap Blissey, we have got the Talonflame. I think this is the first as well, Talonflame in the league, so it'll be interesting to see how that is used. Preparation stage, I don't believe there's any swaps going on. Oh, yeah,
sorry, there is. Nap is going to get his Hooper, and Dragolander is going to get Blissey instead. Me Too Mate gets the Espeon, Secret sticking with the Blastoise, and Tommy going for that Cinderace.
Yeah, a bit of a change, especially on the X-Tap Blissey front, using those 2 supports. I'm interested to see how that works. Okay then, so for ODD, we have got Nap playing Hooper, Cicra playing Blastoise, Dragolander playing Blissey, Me Too Mate is Espeon, and Tommy Lee is Cinderace. Over on X-Tap Blissey, we have got Severin, Mew, Chloride as Trevenant, Quark as Mime, Sketches, Eldergloss, Talonflame is being played by the Captain Loxy. Looking forward to this. X-Tap Blissey need to get this win to draw it and to take away ODD's unbeaten record. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing Severin as Mew. Not really seen him play Mew here. But let's see how he goes.
ODD, we have got the Hooper and the Blastoise going top, and the Cinderace is going to go in the jungle. Down the bottom, we have got the Espeon and the Blissey.
And looking over at X-Attack Bliss's side, Loxy has gone with the central Talonflame, Eldergloss and Trev on the top lane, and Mime and Mew on that bottom lane.
X-Tap Blissey with the first goal of the game, but it looks like also ODD responded and they've put themselves in the lead.
Absolutely. X-Attack Blissey going for that early push that we've seen from them many times before. The Mime and Mew are going to be causing a lot of issues for ODD, I feel, because obviously Mew running light screen, Mime obviously got barrier as well, so a lot of blocking going on that bottom lane, I imagine.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see with the Mew and the Mime if it causes as much trouble as what you say. Up on the top lane, ODD have made the assault, take out the Trevenant. They push the Talonflame away, and the three of them going with a big drop there. And they have put the goal down to 41 out of 80. Nice push there by ODD. Talonflame does come back, but gets hurt by Sikra, who does some serious damage on the Talonflame. But it looks like he needs to retreat now as the Eldegoss and the Trevenant return. Can he get back in time? I don't know. Hooper comes in with his support, and he manages to escape back to his goal. Down the bottom lane, it looks like both teams not doing much, but it does like ODD. But they're going to go, no, they took that bottom farm. Nope, they're going to all gather
They
around.
are all going to meet in the middle for the mid farm. Looks like Severin's going to fire that solar beam across and manages to get the majority of it. Bit of a team fight going on here as we watch both teams manage to get a lot of damage in. Chloride is chasing down that Blissey. It seems like the team fight is split up into 3 little 1v1s. Sikra managing to get away there. Looks like not much is going to come from it, and both teams are going to go their separate ways. Chloride is going to try and make a bit of a thing. No, looks like he's going to leave it. Chloride is going to go for this mid-bird farm as we head into the Regieleki and the bottom Reggie as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what both teams go for.
With that,
looks like X-Attack Blissey are opting for the bottom Reggie.
with the Hooper play, they can afford to split their team a little bit more than what X-Attack can. Interesting to see if they do use that very well. We've got the Trevenant and the Blastos up top holding that top lane, but it does look like X-Attack Blissey are dominating this bottom Reggie, and they have got rid of the Blissey. The Blissey is down, and the Reggie Rock is on its last 5th health, and it does go down. Eldergloss secures it, and now the Hooper is going to do his bit, trying to get the teleport up to the top lane. Oh, Talonflame comes in with the ult.
Pushing Dragolander back. Espeon obviously got taken out as well. Severin firing the powered up solar beam, dropping the ult as well, making sure that the team members are invisible. Obviously hard to see where they're going to be, and it looks like X-Attack Blissey are going to retreat on the bottom lane.
That was an impressive play by X-Attack Blissey there. Well played and able to stop them getting a team wipe when they got, because what you see a lot of time is when they take the bottom Reggie, the other team will come back and either get a team wipe or leave them completely to it. So they did well to stop the onslaught that ODD gave them. Mime there with a barrier, stopping ODD from doing anything towards them there as they go for Regieleki. Well,
yeah, looks like the majority of X-Attack Blissey are up, apart from Severin, who does just get taken out there. And it looks like Sikra and Dragolander are on their own here against a full X-Attack Blissey team.
he ults.
Pretty much. Does get the ult, manages to stun a few.
Nice.
The Espeon comes in, manages to get the stuns again. Cinderace cleaning up on the Trevenant. The Trevenant ults, manages to get a bit of damage off on Sikra and Dragolander. And it looks like Loxy was going to go in there, but manages to pull back a little bit. Severin firing that boosted attack. Oh, that was a nice solar beam from Severin. Clipped every single ODD player as they were waiting to get teleported back to base. Severin is going to start the Regieleki. Chloride sitting on the ODD side of Regioleki's little domain, and X-Attack Blissey are going to secure it.
Regieleki goes down. Hooper did the teleport there, getting the ODD members down bottom for the bottom Reggie. They're calling back for the Blastoise to come. Sorry, call back up onto Blastoise to help him, the Hooper. But that onslaught from X-Attack Blissey, like I said, the pressure and it's just unstoppable as they take down the Blastoise, bring in the Regieleki, and they destroy the second top goal as well.
Wow, amazing from Exetat Blissey there.
Yeah, amazing play. The pressure, they knew that they had that pressure, and they didn't
Just
split
picking
it.
them off one
Yeah.
by one. It's incredible.
Well, that was, yeah, I can't say nothing. That was amazing gameplay, very crucial for Exetat Blissey. But we are coming into the final 2 minutes now before the all-important Rayquaza, so everything to play for still for ODD.
Absolutely. Looks like Exetat Blissey are kind of sitting on the back foot here. Not really pushing too far. Obviously, we have a minute and a half until the Ray fight. But it looks like ODD are going to make a bit of a push up this bottom lane. 4 ODD members running towards that goal. The Hooper does manages to get some crazy damage off on the Trevenant and the Eldegoss. Bit of a team fight here. Espeon ult drops some serious damage on Exetat Blissey, but ODD seem to have come out worse off on that team fight.
Yeah,
Exetat Blissey running such a tight unit.
That was a very exceptional response there by Exetat Blissey. Were able to repel that assault there from ODD and actually have counter-assaulted with their own. They're trying to get some dunks in, but I don't think it's come to their advantage. They have lost the Eldegoss and they only just managed to escape themselves. Cinderace is up top waiting for this last Regieleki, and this is an important Regieleki. If they can get this in now, this will put Exetat Blissey on the defensive for the Rayquaza. However, bottom is up and it is a Regi
It looks
Ice.
like the Trevenant is going to try and contest this Regieleki, but it looks like Tommy is going to manage to get it.
He got it.
Alright, defending it straight away. Not hanging about. Severin's there as well. So there is 3 Exetat Blissey players on that bottom Reggie against 3 ODD players. No one going for it on the bottom. It looks like they are going to leave it and just have a bit of a feeling out process instead. Loxy did pop the goal getter, but obviously didn't need it.
It's interesting now whether Exetat Blissey go on defense or if they go on the attack. No one going for the Rayquaza straight off. They're holding back, which I think is a very wise decision. ODD, I think they're just waiting for Exetat Blissey to make that first move.
Sikra thinking that they were hiding in the bush. Sikra is going to try and get some vision. Severin sitting back, getting that bit of extra farming. Going to be ready to fire that solar beam straight down to where Nap is. Nap not moving out the way. Tommy come round the top and he's going to meet Loxy there. Looks like Exetat Blissey are holding the mid area well. They are going to push ODD back to their goal. Currently not much in it because the Cinderace has managed to score. It's very, very close. Only 80 points in it. Severin firing some nice solar beams, doing some crazy damage. Nap manages to get a few bits of damage in before going down. The Espeon's down as well. All of Exetat Blissey's players still going strong. Sikra retreats. Dragolander trying to help his team. Looks like Exetat Blissey are going to run straight for that Rayquaza.
Can they do it?
They are going to hold it.
35 seconds. 35 seconds. That's all they've got to hold it for now, and they can stop ODD undefeated run.
Both teams are going to clash. ODD do not have time to get this Ray and also score. The Talonflame scoring on bottom, widening Exetat Blissey's lead here. It looks like ODD are going to get their first loss of the season if they cannot manage to pull it out here, which it doesn't look like they are going to be able to. And it looks like Exetat Blissey are the ones to end the unbeaten streak of ODD.
Exetat Blissey have done it. They have done it. They have stopped ODD in their tracks. This game 1-for-1. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think ODD maybe held off a little bit too long on the Rayquaza. Maybe if they jumped in a little bit sooner, things might have been different. They might have got that Rayquaza and maybe got some points on board. But very, very well played. A very good game. Blastoise bringing out all the stops there for ODD. Some amazing ults and some rapid spins coming in there. And obviously the Hooper as well, some good teleports coming in. But Severin with the Mew, those solar beams were pretty hot, and Loxy with a Talonflame as well, which is nice to see a Talonflame being played.
Absolutely. The lobby has been made. We are getting people in. Both teams coming in now. Yeah, Severin with that damage. Crazy damage.
Yeah.
Some nice tank work from Sketchy and Chloride as well.
Nap there, the 44k healing as well. Miss Sketchy with the 97k healing as well. Jesus, that is some numbers coming out from both teams. Justinian and I only play birds. Yeah, amazing. Amazing play by both teams. Xtab Blissey not allowing themselves to go down without a fight. We are here 1-1. Not only has Xtab Blissey taken a point off ODD, which is remarkable in itself, but what they can do now is actually give ODD their first loss of the season. It's all well and good saying they've not lost any points, but ODD have yet to lose a game. Can X-Tac Blissey not only be the first and only team to stop them from dropping them a point, but also winning their first game against them? Gilbert's Espeon hit a couple of few side sharks early in that raid fight. Yeah. I mean, both teams. Mimes was most appreciated. Yeah, Mimes just one of those characters that just it's just like the Greedent, just annoying. In the right hands, it's just annoying and can stop you from doing what you need to do. And where you think you're going to go in for the attack or going to go and pursue, that barrier comes up and it's just like, yeah, cheers. Just in the way. How are we looking for the match? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Mr. SB, you've gone quiet on me.
Sorry, I am here. We are just waiting for the last X-Attack Blissey player to come in. Looks like we have got everyone in. So, yeah. I think we are ready to go.
Who was your MVP for that game?
No, I started it. Hang on.
What, is that no?
Restart. I started it on remote.
1 moment, we're just having a restart, unless you want to play Remote Stadium. Oh, brilliant. Just bear with us a few minutes, everyone. We're just having a restart. Unfortunately, we had a bit of an admin mess up there. Who was your MVP for the game, ladies and gents, boys and girls in the chat? For me, I'm going to give it to the Blastoise. I know OD didn't win, but the Blastoise is, again, just did some amazing work. I like Blastoise. I like playing Blastoise. So for me, it was nice to see how well Blastoise can be played. My boy Mime.
Absolutely. We restart this game, as unfortunately I did start it on remote like a silly little boy. Just got to restart it in a moment.
Who's your MVP for the game, Mr. SBV? While we're asking.
For that game, I'd have to say Severin. Severin did really, really well.
Yeah, you called a lot of the solar beams out, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely loving them. All right, I'll leave the chat in your capable hands, Remus, while I sort this out.
Yeah, you sort your mess out. So while SPV sorts his mess out, you've got my horrible voice to listen to for the next, hopefully only a couple of minutes. I'll try and spare you, or try and spare you from it for too long. I thought that was just an exceptional game. X-Tap Blissey needed that win. It was, I know in the chat they've been talking between ODD and X-Tap Blissey, and X-Tap Blissey have promised to stop ODD, and so far they're doing what they're saying that they've done. You know, they've took a round off them, which is huge in itself, and if they can get a victory in this third and final round, it is going to knock ODD's confidence down a lot. I think with the win, it is a 10-0 for, or to be 10-1 now for ODD, and it's going to be an 8-4 for X-Tac Blissey. So even with a win here, ODD will still stay top, but X-Tac Blissey will be hot on their tails with only 1 point away. That's if they win this third and final round. Gilbert says, I've been really impressed with the mechanics of the Hooper player. Some very high-level movement plays on the Phantom Force. Yeah, I like Hooper. I can't play Hooper to save my life, but I do like Hooper, and I take my hat off to those who can play it. I do like Hooper a lot. Dolly, do not apologise. It happens. You take part of responsibility. Yeah, don't worry. Everyone forgets remote exists. We just forget that map does. However, you never know. Thea Sky Runes may get replaced very shortly. Well, I say very shortly, probably half this year, as obviously leaks of new maps have been coming out, as well as other details. So it'll be interesting to see what comes in the future for that. Moving on to... Oh, being given a ping by SPV here. SPV's hot on the admin trail, trying to get this lobby set up. Position change. It's nice to see that ODD even... ODD have got 2 new players with them. They've got Dragolander and also... I forgot who said the other one was. But even with the 2 new players, and they are, when I say new, these people got brought in with like 2 hours to spare. They seem to synergize quite well with ODD. I think that definitely has had a knock-on effect for ODD, and that's probably some aspect to maybe the loss, but I can't take the credit away from X-Tac Blissey because, yeah, the pressure. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Gigglebits, I have been really impressed with the mechanic. No, read that one. Dolly, my game has crashed. I had to do it. Don't worry, Dolly. It's fine. Don't to apologise. Gigglebit says, let's keep going up in the elevation. Space map next. Well, yeah, it could be a space map. I doubt it very much so, but it could be. Do I hear... I don't know who the next boss is going to be, so that's news to me. But I did see a bit of a leak on the potential new map that was coming out, and it looks interesting. Lots of bottlenecks. So it'll be interesting to see what meta does come out for that map when and if it does come, because it could all change by then. The lobby is getting filled up. I believe we have got X-Tac all in. ODD are all in, and we're just going to wait for SPV to return. And you can hear his gorgeous voice once again. Nap, you heard something about your Hooper? Yes, you did. You played, well, you got a lot of praise for your Hooper, Nap. A lot of praise. I don't think there was a single person that played badly in that game. Well, I couldn't see one anyway. And we are now... SPV, have we got the thumbs up? I think we have been given the thumbs up. He's not talking, but we have been given the thumbs up.
I just sorted some stuff out.
No, it's fine. You have to apologise. I was making sure that you weren't disconnected or anything. Okay, so ban phase for this. Do you reckon the Hooper might get banned?
I think it's definitely viable. It's one of those things. It could definitely be done.
Crash. Pause.
Pause.
Right,
Okay.
we had a crash.
Yeah, to put it straight for a pause. We've just been having reports of a crash. So as soon as we get into the game, we will pause it. The bans are coming in. Both Espion. Interesting. Both teams not wanting to deal with the Espion. Hopefully the player can get in before pick phase has done. So it looks like... Yep, hello?
We need a full restart because obviously the person who's crashed can't pick.
Okay, no worries, right. Yeah, ladies and gents, as you heard there from Dowler Admin, there has been a crash on one of the teams, so we are going to have to do another restart. Hopefully this time it should be very, very quick. Apologies again, and apologies to the next team that will be getting ready. Next team coming up, game should I say, coming up is Kimako Esports versus Golducks. Do not miss that game, as both teams will be fighting for the win. Neither one of them will want to lose any rounds in that game. Kimako have definitely got some work to do, because after last week's defeat against X-Tac Blissey, they have got an uphill battle to get themselves back up the leaderboard, as they only sit in 4th position. Just confirm down that we are still doing a full reset, Mr. SPV. I'm guessing SPV is talking to him as we speak. So just ignore this for now. I'm going to ignore it. No, my luck. We'll go into play and they'll say, yeah, it's fine to play this, but we'll see. Hello?
Yeah, full reset.
Full reset. Cool. I think SPV's in somewhere. He's somewhere.
I'm just muted, sorting a couple of bits out.
That's fine. You happy to be the full reset, yeah?
Yep. Do you want me to set up another lobby or?
Yeah, set up another lobby, yeah.
Go
So
for it,
ready to go,
if you
yeah.
can do.
Yeah, let's get this one straight back in. Gilberts, I'll be interested based on that occurrence there, if both teams full ban Espion or if a secondary ban. Yeah, be interesting. Obviously, they've seen that both are going to do Espion. It'd be interesting to see if either team does swap that. Obviously, not banning both teams banning Espion does mean one less ban in the round. Only 5 bans being made, but Espion is such a dirty mod at the minute. It got that buff this patch, and it's just become even more scarier to play against. I've noticed a lot more players playing Espion in the games. To be fair, with the Zacian, the new Monstation, which we'll be seeing potentially come, we might see it game week 5, maybe. We'll see. Well, I don't know. Probably not. Click the right one. There we go. I'm on the right one now. We are looking at introducing Zacian into the league. Obviously, Zacian is a very broken Pokemon right now. So we're still waiting out on patch fixes to bring them more balanced. The rule of thumb normally is we wait for their first patch. They have had an emergency patch, but it's still a very broken mon. So we'll see what happens in the coming week. See if they get repatched and are balanced to come into game week 5. If they don't come into game week 5, possibly game week 6. What happened? Unfortunately, we had a game crash on one of the players, so we're just doing a reset. I don't know how to pronounce them. AJ. So we're just waiting for the lobby. It shouldn't take too long. The lobby has been created, so we're going straight into it now. We have got our very own admin team, Daryl and Dolly and Lupus, all dealing with it, so we'll get it done as quick as we can. Obviously, we don't want to delay any longer, because the longer we delay game 3, and we don't want to do that, as we are already 5 minutes late into game 3. So hopefully it'll be quick getting into that. Nobody wants to see Zacian for no. 100% Zacian is I won't play Zacian because it is so broken, and I don't want to play a mon that is broken, get used to a broken mon, then when I come to play it when it's patched, and be horrible with it. So I won't play it until it is completely patched up. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see Zacian come in. I am looking while the Nap there was a crash on one of the teams. I'm guessing not ODD. I'm guessing it wasn't X-Tac Blissey's team. There was a big game crash, so we had to do a full restart. We was hoping that they would be back in time to pick, but they weren't. So a full restart's happening, and to be fair, I don't know what else is actually going on. There was a lobby was meant to be created. I'm guessing Daryl Lupus has set it up already. I'm just waiting for my own invitation to it. Hopefully not too long. But yeah, looking at the new mons coming, I'm really looking forward to Lapras coming. Again, Generation 1 Pokemon. Very, very biased, but I'm looking forward to it coming in. And we are underway with the lobbies. We've got pretty much all of X-Tac Bliss. It's waiting on one member to come in. ODD are filling up their ranks quickly. Just 3 players to go, and we will jump straight into this final round. Apologies once again for the restart and the delay in this round 3. Unfortunately, technical issues has happened on, I believe, X-Tac Bliss's side, where one of their players had a crash. I have noticed this since its update. There's been a lot of issues with people crashing and people's performance in games. So hopefully they get that sorted rapid. Okay, ODD are fully in. We're just waiting for X-Tac Blissy. We just need, yeah, we have got, yes, just looking at that, I was a bit confused as to who's going where. Yes, as Doyle says, please, if you're not already a follower, please give us a follow on our Twitch channel, not to miss any of the action. We are going into Game Week 5 next week, which will be the halfway point of the season. So it'll be interesting to see where people place themselves in the league coming up to the halfway point. If you're not already a follower, go onto our Twitter page, which is going to be put a link in the chat now. I'm sure Dolly will do that for me, or someone will. If you're not following the Twitter, follow the Twitter. That is where all our news gets pushed out. Daily we put out information about the league. We're going to be putting out more and more content on Twitter for people to see. We also have a PUCL website, which is pucl.weebly.com. The website has had a little bit of a revamp, and it is going to be undergoing another revamp shortly. But we do have a lot of information on there from team information. So if you want to know more about your team, you can go in there, and we do have information about every single one of our teams on there. We also have like a little bit of a news feed which gets updated with more general news. And yeah, and if you do have you may be watching and have a team for yourself, season 2 is going to be starting in September. Yes, I said it here. We are officially going to announce season 2 starting in September 2023. So if you have a team and you want to be part of the PUCL League, head over to our website when registration opens. Put your team in. See if you've got what it takes to take on X-Tac Blissy, ODD, Kimako, and all the others. You never know, you might make it to the top. You won't know until you try. Oh, I think someone's come back in to my
Can you kick D out of the lobby? He's sat in a bottom spot.
I'm not admin.
Who's happening?
Oh, he's gone. There you go. Bye-bye.
There we go. Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, yeah.
He's just come back as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, so a little bit of a spoiler there that we are going to be running a season 2. There will be an official notification coming out at the end of the first season about season 2. But yeah, watch your space. I think we're jumping straight into it. Whoa, no messing around. Straight into it. I'm not even ready for it. Boom. Okay, ban phase. Yes, Nap. Straight into game 3. We're here. No messing around. We've already wasted 10 minutes. SPV, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm alright, but
Welcome
I'm
back.
just trying to catch up with all that.
Welcome back. That's right, I was just talking absolute poop for the past 10 minutes. Okay, so we have gone for the Espion ban, but this time a Hooper ban gone for ODD, which I believe has come from, obviously, the restart. The first ban is X-Tac Blissy with Sketchy, and Sketchy looking like, yeah, they've locked in the Eldegoss. A wise choice there. And over on ODD for those first picks is Dragolander and Nap. Nap secures a Slowbro. We've seen Slowbro played a lot today, and it has been effective. And also the Blissy, yet again, picked for today. On X-Tac Blissy, Severin and Quag. Quag has gone for the Mime. Mine was effective last game, and we've also gone for the Blastoise Severin. Severin is a mean Blastoise player, so yeah, it only makes sense that they pick that once again. Over on ODD, we've got Sikra and Me Too Mate has gone for the Sylveon, and we've got the Azumarill. Now, the first time tonight Azumarill been picked, so we'll see how well they get on with that. Over on X-Tac Blissey for the final two players, Loxy, the captain, is looking to play their main. We'll see. Chloride is locked on the Gardevoir, and we have got the Lucario locked in. Two heavy damage dealers locked in there. And Tommy Lee, the captain for ODD, looking like they're going to go for... No, I thought they were going to go for the Glaceon, but they switched out. And are they going to lock in the Zoroark? We'll see. Yeah, and they're locking Zoroark. So the full bands are Dodrio, Urshifu, Comfy, Buzzwold, Esperon, and Hooper, for anyone who's just joined, and it is in the chat. Final preparations, anyone swapping around? I don't think so. I think everyone's quite happy with their picks that they've got. Lucario first in this game week being played today, and also Azumarill first this week being played. SPV, are you ready?
I am ready.
Yeah, Deadbroke Nerd looks like they are going to dominate early game, but it's whether it's going to be enough for the pressure X-Tac Bliss can put on. And here we go, ladies and gents, boys and girls. We are going into the third and final round. X-Tac Blissey versus ODD. We've got Sketchy playing Eldegoss, Severin Blastoise, Quagmine, Loxy playing Lucario, and Chloride playing Gardevoir.
And over on ODD's side, Dragolander's playing the Blissey, Nap is Slowbro, Secret is Azumarill, Me Too Mate, Sylveon, and Tommy going for that Zoroark again.
And we jump straight into the game.
Sorry.
Yes, one always. Jump straight into the game. Okay, over for X-Tac Blissey. Top lane, it's looking like Lucario and the Eldegoss, and I think there's a bit of confusion who's going centre, but it is the Blastoise going centre, and down bottom is the not the Eldegoss, the Mime and the Gardevoir. Sorry, my apologies.
And over on the ODD side, Tommy has gone for the Zoroark in the central area, Azumarill and Blissey on the top. And I do believe it is Sylveon and Slowbro on the bottom.
Yeah, nice little break there. I've not seen a Blastoise go jungle, so it's going to be interesting to see a Blastoise in the jungle. Early on, team pressure on the top here as ODD put the pressure on X-Tac Blissey, forcing the Blastoise up into the top lane for that jungler third man coming in. And also ODD Tommy Lee with the Zoroark coming in with their jungler as well, doing some damage on the Lucario. Lucario managed to get away just about, getting those berries and healing up.
Absolutely. Sikra doing some pretty decent damage there. We do have 4 ODD players on the top lane, Slowbro holding that bottom line absolutely well. And it looks like they are going to disperse and go back to farming. The Sylveon hitting up that mid, and Tommy going back to jungle.
Yeah, both teams now not wanting to put a foot wrong, as this is going to be the decider for the win. ODD want this victory to keep themselves undefeated, but X-Tac Blissey want that extra mile. They have took a round off ODD, and they want the victory as well.
Absolutely. Nat sitting there waiting to try and steal some of that X-Tac Blissey farm, which looks like he is really trying to do. And Loxy, I think he did actually manage to get it there.
Loxy takes out the Blissey. Top lane
Tommy
now.
does get the majority of the mid farm, but he is being chased down by Chloride and Severin. Looks like he is just to get away there.
Slowbro's chasing the Gardevoir into their jungle, which is Nap overextending just a little bit, but he has got support from the Sylveon note, and he pulls back. Sylveon, as he saw the Mime coming in for that counter. Very nice vision there from both teams. And they push them back into the line. But yeah, like I was saying, X-Tac Blissey, be interested to see if ODD can stop that pressure from X-Tac Blissey. They've definitely done so with the Mons that they've got for early game with the Sylveon and the Azumarill. So it'll be interesting to see if that stops X-Tac Blissey pushing so early on in the match.
Absolutely. Sikra on top lane with that Azumarill is, you know, definitely pushing up further. We are seeing a bit of a level discrepancy in ODD's favour. Definitely the better start from ODD here. They have gone for a different team comp, obviously due to the restart. And now both teams vying for that Regirock.
And the Plobro gets taken down. Again, the Blastoise coming in with the rapid spin. Amazing work there.
Chloride gets picked off by the Sylveon. Sylveon also pushing up. We have the Severin in here as the Blastoise. He's very close to being picked off as well. Does like he managed to get some shields there from Cotton Guard.
The Mystical Fire.
Sylveon's really low as well. Both teams really, it's ebbs and flows. It's like
Sylveon did really good work there, seeing where the team fight was being, not focusing on just the one mon, jumped up Mystical Fire Flame and was able to dish out some damage, getting the kill and assisting the team. Unfortunately though, it does like ODD's being pushed back by Xtat Blissey on this bottom Regirock. Slowbro gets taken down, and Xtat Blissey are now starting their assault on Regirock. Absolutely.
Looks like Xtat Blissey are going to get that Regirock, which is going to be huge. But it looks like ODD are managing to push them back. Some heavy damage there from ODD, managing to take out a couple of mons on the Xtat Blissey side. And it looks like both teams will disperse for now.
Yeah, both teams staying quite on that bottom lane for quite a while. The Regieleki just kind of sat there on its lonesome. Both teams, like I say, dispersed, and it looks like the next fight will be up top. Yeah, and it does all that. Xtat Blissey are the first ones there in force. Asmongold does engage and gets pushed back, waiting for their team members to arrive. This is going to be a one big battle for Regieleki.
Yeah, both teams running a bit of a 3v3 here. Loxy does make the first move. Cicra dropping that Aqua Tail. Does manage to get a lot of shields though. Got really low on health there, but did manage to survive.
So what goes down? Xtat Blissey have got the upper hand here with the 4v2. And they do start on the Regieleki. Sylveon doesn't get the steal. And Xtat Blissey do claim the Regieleki, which is massively important here, as they need to get this in and get the points in, which they do. And that is a top destroyed with a nice little overdunk there of 30, which has now put them in the lead, 109-27.
Yeah, Xtat Blissey have shown great things. If you asked me before this set who I thought would win, it would be ODD, unquestionably.
Oh,
they've just been phenomenal.
Zorok, Tommy Lee was in the jungle thinking he'd get away with it, but gets taken out, only taking that bottom buff. And he's not going to be there for this fight for the Regirock.
Yeah, looks like the Severin, the Blastoise, is doing some business. He's going in.
Oh, he gets ulted by the Slowbro.
He goes in with the rapid spin, water spout combination, doing all kinds of damage. Does look like he is going to get the Sylveon and the Blissey as well. That is huge.
Zorok takes out, with the Asmongold, takes out the Lucario, and it does look like ODD have won that team fight. Blastoise only one alive, gets a dunk in, 35 dunk, which is definitely important. Comes in the rapid spin, and he's just causing a bit of trouble there, but it does like some dunks going in, a 40's gone in, a 50. That's a 25 over dunk on the bottom line there for ODD. Someone stop that turtle.
Brilliant plays from ODD all around. The way they came back from losing a couple of Pokemon to that Blastoise, just phenomenal.
Yeah, they're doing really well there. Even though they find it difficult to actually deal with that Blastoise, they seem to not letting it hinder them too much. However, they are still behind. Not by much, they are still behind. Xtat Blissey have the upper hand in points, but in levels, it is ODD who are in front with the level front. Xtat Blissey starting to attack that Regieleki. ODD have either not seen it or don't want to see it, and that's going to put ODD on the defence now. But looking here, they're going to drop some goals in. A 40 goes in.
Phenomenal there from ODD, managing to extend their lead to over 100 points now. Still anyone's game. Obviously, Xtat Blissey do have the Regieleki walking in, but it looks like they are just going to leave it alone and let ODD defend it.
The final stretch
Well, this is going to be interesting. ODD have left the Vegeki just go in, which is rightly so. I think they needed to. It is just anyone's game on here now, and it goes down, and it has
And it
gone
goes to
ODD.
ODD.
ODD with the Blissey is taken. It's a team wipe. It's a full team wipe. ODD are free to put their points in, uncontested.
It is a quad kill for Tommy Lee and Azumarill mopping up, and it looks like it's going to be a convincing ODD win.
Wow. ODD with a comeback there. It looked like X-Tap Blissey were going to have the upper hand just slightly, but ODD comes in and wow. Wow, yeah, Blissey with the Unite Secure. Amazing play there by ODD. Showing them why they are top of the leaderboard and now potentially undefeated still. But X-Tap Blissey are the ones who have put a kink in ODD's armor and have taken away 1 point. Yeah, you know what? I didn't make that connection till you made that there, Daryl. Yeah, X-Tap Blissey, again, outsecured by their own Blissey. Well, not their own Blissey, but a Blissey. It doesn't look like X-Tap Blissey was coming in for a bit of an attack. Oh, and off the top here, X-Tap Blissey have gotten a bit of an assault of their own. Can they get this in? This will be big if they can. Oh, it's nice. It's not only going to be enough, though. 25 seconds left. A nice little dunk there, but for a comeback, I don't think it's going to be enough, unfortunately. 707 to 372. ODD are just not holding, but they're defending now against the X-Tac.
5, 4, 3,
And the victory goes to ODD.
time's up.
X-Tac Blissey versus ODD. 2-1 to ODD. And still undefeated. Well played by both sides. Yeah, Gilbeck's just, both teams fought phenomenally well there. Phenomenally, but ODD just had the upper edge. And we'll just look at the quick battle data here. Battle data coming in. No one really standing out. Part of the Blastoise 7s. Blastoise is 68k, I believe, is the highest damage output of the round. Yes, it is. And we've also got Sketchy with 72k, the highest healing of the round as well. So, X-Tap Blissey putting out some decent numbers there, and average numbers across the board. But ultimately, ODD come victorious. What did you make of that game then, SPV?
I think X-Attack Blissey were definitely on the front foot for the majority of the game, but ODD managed to claw it back with the Ray win.
Very much so, and it was unfortunate for X-Tap Blissey. I felt that they were, I wouldn't say they were in control, because it seemed to go back and forth where they seemed to be in control. ODD just had a little trick up their sleeve just to outplay them and just get that upper hand, and that Ray fight was just chaotic, if anyone can make sense of it, because my eyes was dotting around between whose move was doing what. But a good shout out by Daryl there, who called the Blissey Unite Secure. A lot to digest, and I will be rewatching this game on the VOD, because I think it definitely deserves a rewatch and another look at actually what was all going on. MVP for me is Blastoise. Blastoise did phenomenally well, and I'm a bit of a Blastoise fanboy. And yeah, you know what? For me, Blastoise gets the thumbs up. How about you, SPV? Who gets your MVP for the game?
It's hard to call, really. Everyone was playing really well, so I can't really, I can't really pick one, to be honest. It was just phenomenal.
Stumped for words.
I am.
It's not like you to be stumped for words.
It is, isn't it?
Wow. This is the first. Everyone can clip it now. Clip this. SPV is lost for words. Anyone who knows SPV knows that he's not one to be quiet. And when he is quiet, it's a rarity. Something's wrong with him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see if the teams are ready.
Yeah, I was about to say, and we now are into our third and final match of the night, and we are going to be jumping into the match between Kimako and Boom. Yep, we're going to be jumping in for Kimako Esports versus Golducks. Two teams at different ends of the league almost. Kimako are in 4th position. Golducks are in 6th. Actually, Kimako is actually middle of the table. My apologies. Kimako mid-table. Golducks at the bottom. Golducks need a victory to put themselves above PUCL Polymath. So there's everything to play for Golducks. And Kimako have a lot to redeem themselves with. So there's a lot there that they need to do. As we do look forward to the game, we're just going to quickly put ourselves on the team stats. So for Kimako, as you can see, Kimiko's stats pretty good. They've got some high kills there. You've got Tins with the 31 kills, but the Captain Iron with the 53 assists. Damage output is pretty respectable over the games that they've played. Definitely nothing to be snuffed at. Be interesting to see what players they bring out on tonight's match. And we're going to quickly head over to Golducks. Golducks are in last place. Golducks numbers are lacking a little bit compared to the other teams, but after their win against PUCL Polymath, they are slowly building those numbers up, and they're definitely not a team to think lightly of, because they will come and bite you in the backside when you least expect it. Definitely Golducks are one to watch out for. Oh,
absolutely. I do think we are all ready to go. I've not had the all clear from Golducks, but I can't really wait any longer.
Well, we'll just give it just 1 more minute as we jump over to my broadcast channel. Yeah, predictions then. Kimako Golducks, what's your kind of views on it?
Kimako, for me, probably the stronger team. But yeah. Kimako are probably the stronger team for me. But Golducks, as we saw against PUCL Polymath, they have been improving every week. So it's going to be an interesting one, I think.
It's going to be an interesting one. Like I say, I agree with what you're saying. Kimako are the stronger team, and they have shown that in their games. But I feel that they are lacking a little. I don't know what it is, but they seem to be lacking something. And I think they need a win. They need a victory to kind of boost their confidence, to get them back into that kind of swing of things. They did it with X-Tac Blissey. It took them 3 games to get into the swing of it, and that final game they got that victory against X-Tac Blissey, but it was a little too late, only securing that 1 point. So I think tonight they've got a lot to prove, a lot to show for, but Golducks, you can't count them out, because bottom of the table, but they're only 1 goal away from taking over PUCL Polymath, and not even that, all they need to do is score high in the goals.
Right, we've got the go ahead, so I think we are ready to start.
Sweet. Ladies and boys and girls, we are ready to start our third and final match of the night. It is Kimako Esports versus Golducks, and here we go into the ban phase. As always, for those who are new, we do draft mode, and they'll see they get 2 bans, but these bans carry over. So by the third and final round, there are 6 bans plus the bans that we have for the tournament currently, which are Cypher, Del Fox, Cramorant, and Station. Wow, both teams going for the Urshifu ban. Interesting.
Right, this is a situation where we will need to find out one of the team's secondary bans.
Okay, over on Kimako, we have got the Comfy going to Iron. Over on Golducks, we have got double EVs. We've got the Glaceon and the Espeon. Interesting. Both of them are highly capable of the damage output is high. So it'll be interesting to see how that is utilised. Over on Kimako, we have got the Trevenant and the Mew. We've seen the Mew with the Solar Beam dealing some dirty damage in the last games, so we'll be interested to see if it can do it again. Golducks, we've got Slowbro used quite a lot this game week, and rightly so. And we've got the Eldergloss, and the final picks for Kimako are the Lucario and a Venusaur. Venusaur, first time this game week, but very well picked Mon. And the last Mon being picked by the captain Vincey on Golduck is going to be... Yep, Dodrio. They are a very good Dodrio player, so it'll be interesting to see what they pull out against Kimako here. Where is Robo? I don't know where Robo is, but tonight they are playing Chayu, Coldy, Quack, Brett, and Vincey. Robo might be coming in a bit later on. I'm not sure. We'll find out. You know as much as me, AJ. And the final preparations are coming into the final 5 seconds, and we'll get the first round of Game 3 underway. Quark saying, yeah, don't worry. Okay, and here we go straight into this game. So we've got Kimako Esports versus Golducks. On Kimako, we have got Iron playing Comfy. We've got James playing Trevenant, Sox playing Mew, Docs playing Lucario, and Tins playing Venusaur.
And over on the Golduck side, we have Chi playing Glaceon, Coldy as the Espeon, Quack as the Bro, Brett as the Eldegoss, and Vincey as the Dodrio.
Interesting comp from both teams. I'm looking forward to seeing the double evolution come in, seeing if they work together as good as what we know they can do. So, over on Kimiko's side, we are going to be seeing a Lucario Comfy up on the top lane, and we're looking, yep, and it's a Venusaur's jungler. So down bottom, we're going to have the Mew and the Trevenant.
And over on Golduck's side, we have the Dodrio and Eldegoss on the bottom. In central, we have the Glaceon, and on the top lane, we have the Slowbro and the Espeon.
Yeah, nice pick there. It's interesting to see the Sylveon go, Glaceon go jungle. I think they know that the Icicle Spear and the damage output it can do, getting that early game is vital. Which will help immensely to secure the objectives. As we look around the field, it does look like the Trevenant's coming in for his first dunk. 9 goes straight in on the bottom lane. Just completely ignoring the Eldegoss attack. In it goes, dropping the 9 and walking away uncontested pretty much. Over on the top lane, the jungler Glaceon has joined them on the top. However, not much is really going on. Just standing on goal, waiting for Kimako to make the first move on the birds, which they do. Kimako stealing all those birds and then running away back to goal. Very nice play there by Kimako. Down the...
Definitely. Vincey coming in for the quick score here. Manages to drop a 7 in. Brett running away with Vince. Apart from that, it looks like both teams are kind of sitting back on the bottom lane.
It's quite interesting to see Kimako not going in full assault. I would have thought they would probably try their luck against Golduck, but then, rightly so, they don't want to underestimate Golduck. Vincey goes in there, takes that middle farm away, and I think they take it actually, which is pretty nice. Vincey going in now for a quick dunk of these 5 at the bottom, while the middle birds are just about to pop up any second now. It looks like it is going to be a Kimako. Yeah, Kimako have secured them. No contestation. Slowbro had a bit of a pop, but nothing really from them. Espeon on the top here with a 30 dunk coming in. A nice big dunk. Docs is too late to intervene, and Espeon tries to run away. Lucario is hot with his tail, but Slowbro comes in for the assist. And actually, Lucario is now on the run. Goes back to goal, and Slowbro actually chases him down. Trevenant down bottom looks like to be doing work as he takes down Eldegoss, but Glaceon is there. Vincey comes up to Dodrio, pushing the move back, and Kimako retreat. It's a very close game at the minute.
Absolutely. As we wait for the Regis to come up on both lanes, it looks like both teams are favouring the bottom lane. But who knows? Still anyone's game.
Massively so. We've seen teams fight over the bottom quite heavily. However, Lucario's still up in the top there. Be interested to see what happens. Both teams going for the team fight over the actual engagement onto the Reggie Rock, I believe it is Reggie Rock down the bottom. Gold Ducks have the would they have the advantage? No, they didn't have the advantage. I thought they did, but Lucario joined them at the last moment as Kimako now make it's Reggie Ice, my apologies, make an attack from the Reggie Ice. Positioning good, the Trevenant comes in, Trevenant gets taken down by the Dodrio, Glaceon comes in, and it looks like Gold Ducks are going to take the Reggie Ice. Oh no, Lucario gets it just before the onslaught of Gold Ducks. Gold Ducks do win the team fight overall, but don't secure the objective.
So it looks like both teams are still hovering around that bottom lane. Looks like Cold future sight on the Espeon with Psyshock.
Trevenant has gone down bottom lane. He's pushing the Espeon and the Elder Gloss back, and he's just causing a little bit of trouble, dunking a 5 and leaving 1 left in the goal. Nice tactic there. Up on the top, it is a 3v4, I believe, a 3v4. S1 comes and joins up top as well, and Kimako started on the Regieleki. My cursor's gone missing. There we go. Oh, that all comes in. Vincey comes in on the attack against the Venusaur, doing some serious damage, but back onto the goal with the Comfy. The Venusaur is back up and running with no scratches on it. Trevenant down bottom takes out the Elder Gloss. Is going to put a dunk in? No, he's not. I thought he might put a dunk in, but he just defeats the Elder Gloss and just kind of hovers around the bottom. Golducks did secure the Regieleki, which is huge for them. Then don't think they're going to be pushing it in as they get pushed back to goal. Slowbro trying his best to get onto goal, which he does, and does retreat thanks to Elder Gloss, thanks to Glaceon.
It does look like the Regieleki is going to walk in though, so if Golducks can manage to run straight over to that goal, he might be able to get some scores in.
Quack's going, he's going. He's got 4 seconds, but he gets pushed back by Muse Barrier. 1 second on.
That's his opportunity gone.
Very close. Very good play there by Sox with the barrier stopping him from getting in. If it wasn't for that, I think he might have actually got it in. Reggie Rock is now up, and Golducks are hot on the tail on that Reggie Rock. Trevenant is there in the bush waiting for his team to arrive. But Elder Gloss and Glaceon see them. Venusaur returns with them as well. Elder Gloss does secure the Reggie Rock for Golducks. Golducks seem to be securing a lot of these objectives, which is really, really good play from them.
Absolutely. Kimako absolutely peeling up that bottom lane. 3 Golduck players were down at some point during that team fight. Still 30 points in it though. Golduck's giving Kimako a good run for their money.
This is what I said. You do not want to count them out. They've got a lot to play for, Golducks, and we know Kimiko's the favourites here, but Golducks are not showing that they are. It's looking like a Golducks could come back. They've secured the objectives nicely, so whether they can do that with the Rayquaza, it'd be interesting to see when we come into that in the next final minutes before it happens.
Absolutely, Golducks still holding the majority of top lane, waiting for Kimako to make a move on that Regieleki. They are holding firm though, Golducks. Looks like we are now going to see the teams come together.
Oh, Solar Beam comes in, hitting majority of Golducks there. Not doing too much damage, but it did hurt them. Trevenant pushed the Slowbro back over to goal, into the Solar Beam. Solar Beam taking half his health. Slowbro is taking another Solar Beam. Oh, he uses Amnesia, and he's able to recover a lot of his health. Whew. Soxon again with another Solar Beam right onto Golducks' team. We've got 30 seconds left. Can they do it? Can they get the Regieleki? Regieleki will be vital right now. This will put Kimako on the back foot if Golducks can get it. Solar Beam comes in, hitting Slowbro. Slowbro taking some punishment off Sox, but he's able to keep the damage off him by his Amnesia and heals. It looks like they might be going bottom, which is interesting.
Absolutely, looks like Golducks are hovering around the central area. They aren't going to go for any of the objectives. Both teams just wanting to get straight into this Ray fight.
It's too much to call here. I don't know who's going to take this. It's all going to be down to this Ray fight.
That is one Goldux player down, two
Goldux
down.
And we've got one down, Trevor down for Kimako.
Three down.
3 down.
Four down.
Kimako on the last stretch has managed to take down most of Goldux, only leaving the Eldegoss.
Eldegoss doesn't even have its ult either, so it can't dive in. Can't really do much.
Here comes the Espeon, though. The Espeon in the last minute. It was the Eldegoss steal. The Eldegoss steal.
The Eldegoss stole it.
Eldegoss comes in with 50
Goldux.
dunks. Oh my god. And Dodrio down the bottom coming in with 49 is going to do that. Oh, what a comeback for Goldux. Amazing play that Eldegoss waiting out. However, though, looking at the top lane here, an 80 goes in, but it's not enough. Kimako are on the onslaught, and Eldegoss comes in. They have got 40 seconds to hold on.
Are they going to be able to, though? 2 Kimako players on that top lane. There's only 70-ish points in it. Can they manage to get that final score in? Tins is running to that bottom goal. Is someone going to get there?
Yep, yeah, Espeon is there.
Goldie's going to get there.
Espeon is coming. This is an amazing comeback. If they can hold on for the last 16 seconds, Goldux may have pulled off a miracle.
Absolutely. Looks like James is going to try and maybe get some goals in, but it's going to be futile, as it looks like Goldux have just beaten Kimako Esports.
Wow, that is massive. That is huge. Well done, Goldux. I mean, today we have seen all teams bring out the stops. It's like we've seen another Goldux. Like, it seems ever since they played Philippidov, both Philippidov and Goldux, brand new teams out today. Brand new teams, and what a game. Wow, Eldergloss, Brett, you get my round of applause. Well played there for that steal. Lost for words.
Incredible. Incredible.
Incredible indeed. We're going to quickly look at the battle data as I'm aware of the time. Average damage across the board. No one really sticking out. MB James there with a 58 recovery. 58,000 recovery, should I say. But damage front, Socks the Mew, yeah, expected. The solar beams that were coming out. Some dirty hits on the bro there. The bro's taking him in his stride, to be fair. Amazing. Amazing work by both teams. Goldux, well played. A very, very well-deserved victory. Whew. Yeah, teamwork was amazing on the Goldux side. They were everywhere. I think Kimako just struggled to just contain them, really. So it was very well played by Goldux. Can they do it again? Can they do it again? We are coming into round 2. This is a big one. Big one. This could change a lot. In fact, looking at the table, let's have a quick look while we're waiting for the thing for the league standings here. So Kimako have only won 3 games. If Goldux win this next game, they could potentially put themselves into 4th place. Going from bottom place for the last 3 weeks, being at bottom, they could potentially put themselves middle of the table. Kimako need to be careful because they could be going down to 5th place. Huge. Huge things are happening on this last match for tonight. Is that the Crocodile's motto? Don't worry about him. Yeah, Croc's motto, don't worry about him. Wow.
Yeah, so as we head into game 2 of the set, we're just waiting for Daryl to pass the admin over to me, or maybe start the game. Who knows? Oh, there we go. I do believe both teams will be ready to go. We do need to make up for lost time. So, I reckon we just get into it.
Yeah, get straight into it, my friend. We're ready to go. I know our viewers are eager to see if Goldux can pull it out of the bag again.
Absolutely. Let's see what the bans are going to be. Obviously, in the first game, both teams banned not Zacian, Urshifu. So Urshifu is banned. Tried to get hold of some secondary picks, but nothing came through. So Urshifu is just
A solo
banned.
ban. Yeah, solo ban. Hey, that's the way it goes.
Let's see what the bans are going to be for this
I
second
can,
game.
I can potentially see an Eldergloss ban coming in. An Eldergloss or Espeon. Oh yeah,
Espeon and Mew.
Yeah, rightly so. Yeah, that the Sox's
Fair.
Mew was doing some serious damage and was annoying.
Yeah, looks like Brett is gonna secure the Eldegoss.
Yeah, rightly so. The Eldergloss was doing some serious work. Iron has gone for Hooper. I don't know if that's going to be for themselves or if that's going to be a swapsy, whether it's just picking it to secure it.
Sox is going to go for the Trev. Caldy going for the Gardevoir and Quack going for the Slowbro. Nice pick there for Quack.
Over on Kimiko's side, MB James and Docs are picking. See what they go for. It looks like MB James. No, MB James has switched. Docs has secured the Dodrio, whether that's for themselves or maybe not. I think they're trying to take it away from Vinci. And obviously the Cramorant is a banned mon, I believe.
Cram is a banned mon, so that is...
Is that a DQ? Is that a DQ for Kimiko?
That is a DQ. That is a DQ for Kimiko. They have chosen a banned Pokemon.
Yeah, that is a massive oops. Unfortunately, that means by this. Oh no, they switched. No.
It doesn't matter. They've still picked.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, sorry, I thought it switched. Yeah. Restart needs to happen, and they need to be informed of the DQ. Well, ladies and gents, this is not a first. We've had a DQ last week.
I'll go and talk to him.
Yeah, you go talk to him. It could have been a misclick. We're going to find out what's going on now. I don't think it was a misclick because they were hovering over it for a long while. If Golducks want to play and want to restart and allow them to play, that is totally down to them. But, yeah, if it goes the way it did last week, Golducks, by disqualification, will win this game against Kimiko and go 2-0 up into round 3. That will give them a 500 goal score point advantage, and it'll give them the automatic 1 point. We will just wait out what's going on now. Wow, interesting scenes going on for our last round tonight, ladies and gents. Golducks pulled off the impossibility and winning that first round, potentially winning the game with a DQ. SPV's gone to investigate and find out what is going on. If it's a crash or it's like they got stuck and they couldn't prevent it, technical stuff happens, and we'll put that to Golduck to see if they accept it. If they accept it, we'll do a restart, but we'll see.
I'm back.
Okay, what is the verdict, Mr. SP? What's gone on?
So, they just forgot it was banned, so it is a DQ.
Wow. Okay. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, Golducks have won this game 2-0 so far. We are going to go into round 3, but Golducks have won. So that means Golducks will get the point for the win, and they'll also get an automatic 500 goals scored, which means Kimiko need to win this last game. Otherwise, they are going to go down into 5th place. Wow. Okay. I bet Kimiko are kicking themselves. However, Phil Polygraph did it last week. They had a DQ and ultimately lost the game. Again, actually, funny enough, against Golducks. And I think it was the second game as well that they DQ'd. So this is the second time Golducks have run away with a DQ victory.
I know, they're getting all the luck.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Let me just come out of the screen now. Yeah. Kimako are gonna have some serious talks with themselves here. It is down to the captains to make sure that the permanent bans are made aware to their team. The bans have been in the ban chat for over a week, so it's not like as if they're new. They have been in place for a long time now, so they should have been known. It's unfortunate. No one wants to win by DQ and no one wants to lose by DQ, but you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. And I'm seeing Socks needs to swap with Vinci. Right, got okay. All my stuff's gonna be messed up now.
Yeah, as the teams sort themselves out into their team slots. Right, looks like everyone is in. Everyone should be ready. Are you ready, Mr. Remus?
I was born ready. Let's get this last round going. I think Kimako are going to have some some hard work here. They're going to want to win this. They're not going to want to lose it now. Not this round, anyways. Put it that way.
Absolutely. Right, let's get into it. Last game of tonight, everyone. Let's get some love for the teams.
Last round, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Game week 4, last round of the last game. Let's go. Dr. The game's been going extremely well. Phil Polygraph did amazingly well gameplay-wise. Unfortunately, they did lose, but they did amazingly well. There's been an upset here, Golducks versus Kimako. Golducks have actually won 2-0 as we go into the third round now. Bans are Hooper and Guardivar added on.
Yeah, so the total bans are as follows. Scyther, Delphox, Cramorant, and Zacian are the universal bans, and the bans from the game are Urshifu, Mew and Espeon, and Gardevoir and Hooper.
Yeah, there's a bit of a change up from last game, but rightly so. Vincey's gone back for his Dodrio, which we know that he loves that. Quack with the Slowbro, and over for the final pick for Kimako, we have got, it looks like, Tins. Yep, Tins has gone for the Tyranitar. Good mon to pick, and the Machamp, another heavy hitter there. And the last one for Golducks, Chiyu. What are they going to pick?
They are going to go for...
Oh, it's a toss-up between support.
Oh, are they going to go for... They're going to go for... Oh,
a
Pikachu. Did they manage to pick in time? That is the question.
I mean, Pikachu's not a bad pick. Pikachu's always a nice little pick.
Absolutely, but yeah.
So
let's see what the teams managed to do.
I mean, Golducks are going to be happy with another victory. This is their second victory. Okay, I know it's their second victory by DQ, but they're going to be chuffed themselves that first round, winning against Kimako. And obviously now they can relax a little bit in this game and hopefully have a bit of fun.
Absolutely. So looking at the teams, Kimako are as follows. Iron goes Comfy, Socks goes Sylveon, James goes Trevenant, Tins goes Tyranitar, and Dox goes Machamp.
And with Golducks, we've got Brett with the Elder Gloss, Coldy with Venusaur, Quack Slowbro, Vincey the Captain Dodrio, and Chiyu as Pikachu. Interesting, Pikachu's not been played, I don't think Pikachu's been played at all in the league. So this is the first time seeing Pikachu, I think. Could be wrong, but I think it is.
Ready, go!
Okay, on the Kimako side of things, looks like we've got the Machamp and the Comfy going top lane, and we've got the Tyranitar going jungle. Down the bottom, the Trevenant and the Sylveon.
And over on the Golduck side, we have Coldy as the Venusaur going central, Pikachu and Slowbro on top, and the Goss and Dodrio on bottom.
Yeah,
Dodrio managing to get the scores in straight away, not messing about at all.
Definitely not. The Machamp there trying to get some dunks in, was unable to as Pikachu stalled him. Dodrio's just going to be poking away, getting those stacks in, and rightly so. Because once it gets its stacks in, it is lethal.
Absolutely. We've seen lots of Dodrio played, especially by Vince in the PUCL so far. He's had varying luck with it. Obviously, in the first game week, got absolutely nullified and shut down by Past Primeapes. But on the whole, he seems to have been improving his Dodrio game.
Oh, 100%. You can see week by week. And it's not just Vince here. We've seen it with all our players increasing their game, their experience and their gameplay and adapting it to the teams that are playing in the league. And it's been a journey and a nice and interesting to watch as a host. And it is what is interesting to see is that Goldux has settled into this league. They had a really ropey start at the beginning. You know, they've been at the bottom of the league now for all, and Dodrio comes in, brings in the Trevenant back into the side, but does he manage to escape? Eldergloss is putting on that pressure on him, and he does kill him. Eldergloss gets the Trevenant, and Dodrio comes in onto the Sylveon, pushing him away, but he goes back onto the goal, cleaning up. Yeah, but as I was saying, Goldux has had a rough time being down at bottom place for 3 weeks, but it is confirmed tonight that they will move off bottom place. Feel our Poliwrath will head into 6th place. It's whether or not Kimako will drop a place as well.
Absolutely. Goldux in that first game had a brilliant showing, especially against a team like Kimako, who, as we know, are regulars in UCS tournaments to varying success, but they are still there playing against the top teams in their respective region. So, you know, Goldux can really give themselves a pat on the back after what they've managed to do, even if this game doesn't necessarily go their way.
Oh, 100%. I think no matter what happens in this round, Goldux need to walk away. There's a big smile on their face, massively so. And I think Kimako need to take themselves into a corner and have a word with what they're doing. But we'll see. Both Reggies are up, and we have got a Reggie Steel down bottom.
Yeah, looks like Goldux are holding the fort pretty well. Quack sitting in that bush there. Going to try and cause some disruption. Socks coming in with the hyper voice. Managing to get a bit of damage on Quack. Does look like Goldux have started it already. While Quack
he comes in there. Oh, Vincey comes in and absolutely penetrates that Kimako, well, poke, like I say, almost assault onto the Slowbro, pushing him back, taking him out. Impressive play there by Goldux. Slowbro not letting him come anywhere near that Registeel.
Absolutely, the Registeel has reset, so it does look like it's going to be back to even Stevens. The Registeel is very far out of whack. He is going to reset to full health. Both teams a bit more even on the area coverage. Tins is just going to go straight in for it, not messing about at all. Registeel down to around
Pikachu,
a quarter health. Vincey coming in, causing some disruption, and it is going to be
a Goldux Steel.
Goldux that get
Venusaur.
the Registeel, and they are going to clear house.
Venusaur come running in there and took the Steel away. Goldux just absolutely picking Kimako apart. Kimako must be absolutely fuming with the DQ of round 2, and I can imagine that's only having an effect on their gameplay right now.
Absolutely, Goldux managing to clear out that mid farm as well. Kimako probably should have taken advantage of having the majority of the players up and probably started Regieleki. But who knows? Let's see if Goldux can do it again, or whether Kimako are going to get this Regieleki.
Right, let's see what happens. Eldergloss is chasing down the Machamp. Eldergloss is just all over them, and the Dodrio coming in with the support, coming on top of the Sylveon now. Sylveon comes in, does an ult, doesn't really do much damage. Pikachu is out of the team.
The Trev does go down for Kimako, but the Pikachu's down for Goldux. Coldy holding that front line as the Venusaur. Vincey running around like a 3-head chicken. Regieleki is still untouched, and it looks like both teams are fighting hard for it.
Right, they're down goes
Vincey does
Dodrio.
get taken out there.
Yeah, that was a suicidal move straight there, jumping into all 5 of them. Let's see what happens here, because it's still fine over Regieleki, and we've got 20 seconds until the Reggie down bottom comes up. And, yeah, Kimako is dealing out some damage. The Hyper Voice coming in from the Sylveon, pushing him back, and the dunk comes in. Oh, no, it doesn't make it in time, though.
Coldy does have a lot of chip damage, especially since he is running Petal Dance. 3 KO streak. Can he get the 4th on Tins? He's trying. Looks like Tins is just going to manage to get away from him.
Yeah,
there.
Tins will get away. Luckily for Tins, he did have the Comfy, which stopped him from getting KO'd, and they have started now on the Regieleki. Down bottom, it is the Reggie Ice, so it'll be interesting to see if the teams actually go for it or not.
It looks like Kimako have established a nice little bit of area that they're covering there. They have actually managed to get their start in. Brett and Vince are both down.
Golduck's again
coming to
securing an
contest it, but it
objective.
looks like Tins is holding them back. Vincey gets the drill peck. Looks like Eldegoss is going to come in for the ult, but it does miss, and it looks like Kimako do get the red ice, which is going to help them
And it's walked
with their
up top.
HP.
Up top, the Regieleki did walk in. Can they utilise? I keep teasing a lot, but here comes Brett with a 40 dunk. Eldegoss doing some work. Eldegoss is definitely working hard in this game. Gets taken out as the Kimako team up against him. Can Vincey make light work of this Regieleki? Yeah, he does. Gets a 30 in. Boom. And here comes Slowbro. Slowbro getting as well? No, Slowbro didn't manage to make it in time, though.
Golduck's just seeming to be able to run rings around Kimako tonight. Wow. Kimako's head must not be in the game this week.
Yeah, Kimako is struggling to deal with the mobility of Golducks. Golducks seem to have a high mobility team getting around, especially with the Dodrio. Dodrio is just able to get in their back line, farm away, and here we go, requires a time. Last 2 minutes. Kimako needs
the last 2 minutes of game week 4. Who can capitalise on this raid? Obviously, as we know, Kimako need it a lot more than Golducks do. So Golducks may sit back here, but who knows?
Team fight initiates between Trevor and Slowbro. It does look like the first casualty coming in will be Kimako. Machamp goes down. First one down.
Looks like the Trev is really close to going down as
down.
well.
It's a 1-on-1.
The Eldegoss is going to go down, but Vince and Coldy both holding on to it.
Trevenant is almost down as well, but the Comfy is keeping it alive. Comfy leaves Trinitar, sorry. Up on the top, Venusaur is chasing down Socks. The Hyper Voice doing its damage, but he gets taken down.
And it looks like Coldy's going to go down as well. 2 down for Kimako, 1 down for Golducks, but it is going to be a long respawn for Coldy.
Unlucky there. They went in for the dunk, but Pikachu and Slowbro were there. The Dodrio is also there for the support. Trinitar is trying to run away with a Comfy around their waist, healing them up.
Looks like Dox is going to go
He's
for
down,
it.
yeah.
Maybe hit the Ray, but he is going to run off.
30
Looks like
seconds to
James
go.
may go in for it. Looks like Golducks are going to edge the lead out. Still 30 seconds left in this game.
Look at Vincent's up top.
Some damage.
Vincent's up top. He's going to drop a 50. No, he drops in 32. He drops in a 34. Boom. 34. Top goal gone. Golduck.
And he drops in a nice 100 there.
Wow.
Wow. Dropping another 4 in just to rub salt in the wounds. And it is going to be... I never thought I would say this. Golducks have just beaten Kimako Esports 3-0.
Never would I ever think
in
that.
the set.
I mean, that's
incredible defending there from Golducks.
Oh, yeah. Golduck's just on another level tonight. Amazing teamwork and amazing play. I can't say more on that. Just amazing. As we look into the stats here, we'll click on the battle data. Wow, Coley, look at that 93k. Some serious damage coming out from the Venusaur there. Over on the opposition side, I would say James with the recovery of, Iron. they're calling for the 58k recovery. So some nice numbers coming out from both teams, but Golducks with a win, a 3-0 win. That is impressive. Very impressive. That will mean Kimako Esports will lose their 4th place position and go down to 5th. But it does mean that Golducks have advanced 2 places in one night. They will now sit comfortably in 4th place, looking towards Past Primates as their next place to take. Wow. What do you think then? MVP for that game?
My MVP for that game, it's got to be Vince. His disruption plays and his damage as well, it was all absolutely phenomenal. The defense from Quack as well, absolutely bob on. Well done to Golducks on that 3-0 win over Kimako Esports, claiming that 4th spot. The biggest jump in places we have seen in the PUCL so far. Incredible. Well done.
I mean, this could just be the start for Golducks. This could be their little, what they needed to get them off the bottom position, crawling up the ranks, and I think they're going to be a threat. I think X-Tac, Blissey, and ODD and Past Primates all need to watch their backs because Golducks is coming up. Wow, what a way to finish off Game Week 4. Game Week 5 we're going to head into on next Saturday, is it, Mr. SPV?
It is next Sunday.
Next Sunday we will be on Game Week 5. Unfortunately, I will not be here because I will be working, but Shiny SPV will be hosting you, potentially solo. If not, we might have someone to fill in. But nevertheless, we will be here. We will be live, same time, just on same day, Sunday. And yeah, we'll bring more PUCL action. Thank you very much for joining in and tuning in and staying with us. Check out our Twitter because I will be posting the fixtures for next week on there tomorrow. And I will also be posting some other promotional stuff for the league. Check out the website as that will be updated as well. The links we put into the chat by a member of our admin team. If you're not, please follow us. Your support does help massively. It encourages us to keep moving forward. But for me, thank you. Have a good night and have a good week next week. I'm sure from SPV the same.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Take care.
Good night,
I'll see
everyone.
you all next week, everyone.
Take care, everyone. Good night.